What's up, guys? All right. I don't need to yell. It keeps changing keys in my ears.
I know, it's really
here.
throwing you for a loop. I don't want to hear it.
No.
I don't want...
Here. Okay. So just listen and tell me if it's not changing keys. What's up, guys? Great intro. And tonight we have a bunch of stuff to drink.
I can't tell. I can't hear.
Do you hear that?
Not really. You're
Guys,
you're too loud.
I know.
It's background.
The AirPods that I had in, they bumped over to my phone, and then they bumped back to my computer. And when they do, the frequency keeps changing in my ears. So every couple measures of music of this jazz that you're all hearing changes keys, and it's shocking. Okay, what's up, guys? Special guest. You know her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Almost knocked the glass out of your hands.
Mess.
We have a fun live stream for you tonight. Sarah's going to be here. If you guys don't know Sarah, this is my wife. On Saturday, it is our second wedding anniversary. So, you know.
We're over it already.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a good run.
Can you take this out of my ear, by the way? It's
Yes.
so annoying. Okay, thank you.
All right. So now I can't hear her, which is normally how we do it at home.
Good.
Um,
Ugh, it's hot in here.
So anyways, second wedding anniversary on Saturday, so we had to pull out the special Blantons. These are the Wedding Blantons crew with one addition this year. We'll get to that. And then for the rest of the live stream, we have some things that we're going to be getting into, which you saw in the thumbnail. I don't know if I'm going to get through all of it. You might have to roll me out of this room if I do go through all of it, but we'll see. Start with the Blantons, then we're going to go to some vintage Michter's products. All right, so what we have is a 2016 barrel strength rye, a 2017 toasted barrel strength rye, and a 2018 barrel strength bourbon to taste some older vintages of Michter special releases, because the new ones I don't think are very good, at least some of the ones that I've had. And then at the end of the stream, we're going to do this little side-by-side Clermont versus Frankfort Hardin's Creek, 17-year-old Jim Beam distillate, and, lots of good whiskey today. I promise we'll get into this in just a second. I want to get through all the particulars in the beginning of the stream. I will say hello to all of you in the chat tonight. Amy, I see you in the chat. Is there any way, this is the last time in a while, I promise that I will ask you, could you track? It is. I usually don't ask her. She either offers or I do it myself.
Amy,
promise.
it's
Amy,
not the last.
please, could you track super chats? I think I just broke the table. I did, actually. All right. Dude, I had an index card actually holding it together.
This is how his whole day has gone. It's just been...
God. Okay, so start with the Blantons, on to the Michter's vintages, and then on to the Hardin's Creek. New video is going to be out on Saturday. Jack Daniel's 12-year review. So that's done and dusted. Got to get that up on Saturday. And then last, I want to say thanks to Sam for sending these samples. I don't know if you can see all of these on the table, you guys. I'll pull them back so you can. We've got a blind flight of 6 and 3 different chinkapin oak finished products. Some Heaven Hill Select stock, a Glenallachie single cask. So we're not going to do that this week. But I just want to acknowledge Sam. She's probably going to watch the live, or the replay, not the live stream, as she usually does. Thanks for sending these samples. We'll get to that stuff next week, most likely. All right, I got to get a pour in my glass. Sarah started off with
I had a great day.
this.
I pre-gamed.
She pre-gamed, so she's on one,
Ooh.
as the kids say. So she pre-gamed with the Bottled and Bond 117 series, because actually Zach from Bourbon Kingdom, I see Zach in here. So Zach is the one who gave you the employee bottle last year.
That was so good.
And I think, Zach, did you have the President's Choice last year too at Pours in the Park? But anyways, I told Sarah this is about as close to President's Choice as we're going to get in this household, besides King of Kentucky. It's not that close.
No, King of Kentucky.
It's not that close.
It's
This is good. This is good. We'll taste this next
a
week
good pre-game.
on the live stream, but it's not President's Choice good. All right?
No.
So say hello in the chat, guys. Let me know what you're sipping on this evening. A little slow start, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long effing day.
Yeah.
Pardon my French. So we're going to kick things off. Yes, Lucy. Our cat's in here. She's on the floor. We're gonna do. Is that good? Okay, I don't know. You got this small hand.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah,
but my dram is also so tiny.
I know.
Compared to yours, so I need like extra.
I guess.
Let's see. Okay,
Proportionality.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that. Look at the covering on the top.
Well, I didn't want it to like slosh out. It's been a while. I'm not used to this.
Gary Franchi said the 117 is vice president's choice. I don't know about... that's Kamala. That's Kamala Harris. I don't know about that. Okay. Enough about politics. What's up? Kilco's in here. KCD. 2024 Matt Madness champ. We'll see. We'll see. I'm hopeful, you know.
Tiny hands champion. Just kidding.
Actually, before 2024, we got the champions match. 2023 champions champ right here, hopefully. Okay. Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Cheers. Conk.
Ding dong.
It worked.
This is, well, cheers. So this is just a Blanton store pick with our wedding date, 8/26/21. And this is a letter S for Sarah. All right, so that's what we're starting with. And we're gonna get into two very special Blantons here in just a second. Okay? Before we move on to kind of the main tasting part of the stream. Not that this isn't the main tasting part, but this is the anniversary part. What's up, Sugar Kitty, Amy, Jeff Perkins? I see Clay's in here. Clay getting in here a little earlier than usual. Jeff Smith, you got in here earlier than me, man. What's up? We got Jeff Smith. Terry's in here. Jeb, Tiny Hands are back. This feels like deja vu. Happy Annie. Thanks, Jeb. And yeah, nothing says happy anniversary like a bourbon live stream, man. Andrew Surfling. I think Andrew was one calling for the Tiny Hands a few weeks ago.
They're the best.
Maybe Jeb.
I want you to do them sometime. You just don't have the skill. You're breaking tables. You can't even sit with little hands.
Yeah, I know. Tiny Hands, happy anniversary, says Amy.
Yay.
Jack, can someone please explain Tiny Hands to me? No explanation. No.
It's really just for me.
Oh, my mom's here. Happy anniversary.
Aww.
What's up, Derek? Guys, I'm going to scroll down. I want to get caught up. Sorry. What is up, everyone? And Clay, there we go. This is how I feel. I used to wake up, turn to my wife, smile, say I love you. Now I roll over, smile, and say I'm sorry. Well, for us, she's already out of bed by the time I roll over, so I don't say anything.
I'm not even sure if you're in there still.
Yeah. Austin Erickson, thank you for the $10 super chat. Anniversary is Saturday, yes. Fiance and I get married Saturday. Congratulations, early. Cracking open 01 Limited Knob Creek tomorrow at rehearsal dinner. 15-year-old. Congrats, man. And
nice.
I'll toast to you later on with similar whiskey, the Hardin's Creek, 17-year Beam product. Amy, thank you so much. Okay, we got Amy doing the dirty work. Thank you and sorry, Amy, and I owe you. And I will send you something cool for that, for all of your help.
You better.
I think I did once before, and I need to do that many times over at this point. Well, I don't know if I'm going to read that on the screen. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Clay, how did you guys meet?
How did we meet?
You want to explain it? It's not really like a big...
It was an undergrad. I was a junior. He was a freshman. He was a baby. I did not know this at the time. Because you have a really low voice. You sounded older.
Maybe. I complained like a child, but maybe I sounded like an adult while doing it.
That hasn't changed. But yeah, I mean, you know. No, it was really just in school. We both majored in music. So.
I could give you the finer details of like, I was really drunk one night after a party, and this is the God's honest truth. And a buddy of mine, which was her best friend at the time, told me that she wanted my number, and I'm not lying.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
You're looking at me like I'm lying.
I don't know what all he told you. I wasn't there.
He told me that she wanted my number, and I'm like a freshman at the time, and I had no game. I didn't know what I was doing, so I thought he was lying, and I was obliterated that night. You know, freshman college kid partying. that I didn't believe him. And I was taking care of my friend who was puking in a bathroom all night long, an individual bathroom in the music building of my undergrad.
You were partying in the music building?
No, but we ended up there because Spencer was puking.
You guys are so lame.
So I was in the bathroom with this guy who was my best friend for like 2.5 hours taking care of him as he's puking his guts out. He drank like half a bottle of Jack very quickly. Just bad move. And
that sounds like him.
So anyways, I remember being in the bathroom as he's hurling, getting texts from somebody saying, Sarah wants your number, and I thought he was messing with me. So then she had texted me that night, and I went to bed thinking it was all BS, and he was messing with me with some other friends, and it turned out it was actually her, and that's it. That's how we got talking.
He did that on purpose, because he was like, hey, you need to talk to this guy.
I got lucky. She was fresh off a breakup.
No.
I was the rebound, the permanent rebound. Let's go.
No.
Paul P. Paul, I got your email. I'm going to get back to you. Happy anniversary to you too. Great lineup of pours. Yeah, we do have a pretty solid lineup, and I'm excited for the next one. Toshi, good to see you, man. Yeah, we're going to go on a hike tomorrow to kind of honor the fact that
If you're alive.
We'll be good. To kind of honor the fact that we got married in Colorado. But it wasn't after a hike. We drove to the top of the mountain. Casey, who made the first move? Basically, Sarah. Your boy's a weenie.
Yeah.
Andrew says band camp sounds wild. Hey, it wasn't college camp.
It's worse, yeah.
It's more like boarding school.
They party in the music building, I guess.
Okay, here's what we're doing. How are you doing on that pour?
Oh, sorry.
Kill it. So guys, if you saw last year's anniversary stream, I'm gonna have to fix this table after this. I keep bumping into it. Last year, you guys know I got this Blanton's from Singapore, right? The LMDW Blanton's. One of, I think, 2 barrels that went to Singapore in 2021. It's very, very good. And we've done a little more damage to it than I'd like to admit. Here's what we're going to be doing tonight for the giveaway, okay? Everything you see on the table, everything you see, plus... This is the one and only time I'm giving samples of this away, of many of these things. Virtue Spirits Rye 1. It is a 10 sample giveaway. There are 2 winners. Okay, so 2 winners, 10 samples each. Virtue Rye 1. I'll put a banner up in a second. The only time anybody is getting any samples of these special Blantons. Singapore Blantons at 56% ABV. This one, which is not opened. It's about to get opened. I didn't tell Sarah that before the stream.
What is this one?
Well, you know I got these. These are the French ones. They're basically backups to this one.
How come that horse's tail isn't sticking out like the other ones?
Because they're all in different running positions. So this one's at the start. It's B.
Okay, that's...
Yeah, and
okay,
this
you're
one's
not
S.
getting,
So
like,
this one's at the
prodded.
end.
Oh, I see.
Or no, hang on. This one is an S.
I don't like that. He looks slow. I like the fast
This one's an
ones.
L. So he really gets going quick, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to crack this open tonight, and I didn't tell Sarah that. And actually, before I can second guess myself, let me just do it. Because
I don't know. That
this was not cheap.
What's the question? Are you kidding me? Am I going to get mad at
well,
you?
no, I bought this a long time ago. I've just had this sitting on the shelf with the other one. The other one's back there already. So we're cracking this thing, and all the so anyway, sample giveaway. Virtue Rye 1. Both of these Blantons, French Blantons in Singapore. The regular store pick wedding Blantons. Hardin's Creek, Clermont and Frankfort. And all of these Michter's products. 2016 barrel strength rye, 17 toasted rye, 18 barrel strength bourbon, and 21 barrel strength bourbon. 1 ounce of all this stuff. So this is probably the biggest sample giveaway we've ever done on the channel. And I'm going to kick myself tomorrow for doing it.
You sound like one of those late night
I know.
sales guys.
I know.
Like, you can get this non-stick pan and all these.
Act now for a limited time only.
Once again. What one's that again? The horse, the bee one.
This?
Yeah.
This is just a French Blanton's barrel they picked. It's at 50% ABV instead of 46.5.
Okay.
And this one's at 56. So we're gonna go up in proof.
Ooh. Okay.
And we'll see what this is all about. Okay, here we go. Let's get the ticker up. All right. I just did the table thing again. But wait, there's more. So let's open up this French Blanton's.
What's that face mean?
No. It means okay.
Okay.
Is Blanton's ever worth it? It is if it's on your wedding day.
It is. Give it meaning.
If you can give it meaning, it's worth too much money.
It has a good horse on it.
Okay.
I think
it smells good.
Can you smell out of this one?
It smells way better out of that.
I know. I think
it smells way better.
I smell way better out of this little baby one, actually.
Whoa.
I'm gonna start always drinking out of it.
I might have to change glasses, guys. This very regular size glass. It smells very good.
Oh, we have extras of these. We could give away one of these little ones.
No, you can. I think they probably have many glasses.
There's more. Okay.
But wait, there's more. Jeb, thank you for the $50 super chat, man. That is awesome. To fund your post-stream Taco Bell order, no more Mexican pizza, guys. Jeb twisted my arm last week after the stream. We were texting, and I ordered a Mexican pizza on his behalf, and I'm not gonna actually say those words on here, but yeah. There's a certain color of waffle that was an internet fad like a couple years ago, 10, 15 years ago, that you wouldn't want to Google. It was like that, but for Mexican fast food. It was like, anyway, moving on.
Yeah, you explained that to me because I did not know.
I didn't look it up for Sarah.
I was like, what? I probably should have known that.
Clay says, ooh, I've never said to my wife, I bought this a long time ago. It's just been sitting on the shelf. Not one time ever.
I believe that, too.
It is true.
I know.
I spent like 9 months, I think.
I know. There's so much I haven't found yet. I need to do the googly eyes.
So,
one of these has it.
Okay, so smell this and tell me what you think. You want me to go first?
Yeah, my mind blanked. I can't
powdered
talk
sugar.
about this stuff. This is why you do the channel. I just come with my hands.
So this 50% ABV French Blanton's powdered sugar, like powdered sugar donut. Yes, the Buffalo Trace honey's in there, but it's not as bright and young on the honey end of things, which sometimes can get a little grainy. This is a little bit more of a kind of rich, I don't want to say dark honey, like that would be the obvious choice. It's almost like a really rich, like, I said this last week about something, like a bready dessert. Does this make sense?
Yeah, I feel like you've said that about a lot of things.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yorkshire pudding. But this is I get powdered sugar donuts. But there's a little dark fruit to this too.
Yeah.
It's really sweet, I think. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, I'm just trying to pretend like I know as much as you do. Oh. And I obviously smell those things too.
Okay, all right.
Down to the powdered sugar
Let's see what
donut.
this is. Okay, cheers.
Okay.
Ding dong.
Have you not drank it yet? Oh.
Mm-mm.
I was already drinking it.
That's very good.
Yeah, it is.
It's so it's like we don't like Blanton's Gold very much in this household.
No.
We had a bad bottle of it. I've talked about this before on the channel. If you've heard that story, I'm sorry. But this is what I want Blanton's Gold to taste like. That it's like a mid-range, 100 proof, extra sweet. This is not gonna rock your socks, but it's a really cool thing to try a Blanton's like this, a barrel that's been picked. And I guess I'll take a little pour of this as like a control of like regular store pick Blanton's. Oh yeah, that's way better.
What, that is?
No, like this is the regular Blanton's, but just as a comparison.
Oh, you're talking about that? Yeah. This is obvious.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't get powdered sugar donut out of my head. There's cinnamon in here. Mash bill too. You're always gonna get cinnamon. It's a little bit of a darker like cinnamon stick type thing. It's not bright, but I don't think there's a lot of oak to speak of on that. What do you think? Just say yes or no. Grape Jolly Rancher.
I actually think there is smoke in it. I can taste something.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think there's dark fruit, Grape Jolly Rancher. Those are standard Buffalo Trace notes.
Grape Jolly Rancher is the standard.
Yeah.
I remember you teaching me all the grape.
The grape
taste.
notes.
Yeah, that was fun.
Let me get to these super chats, guys. Cam is gonna go tiny hands for next Matt. Derek, I should actually do that.
Yes. Sorry, I was gonna spin bourbon.
Jesus.
That's what I have been
Can't
trying.
take her anywhere.
I've been trying to. I really wanted him to do it for this stream, but it was just too much.
It's too much. If neither of us have regular-sized hands, how can we do anything?
Well, that's the fun. It's just a disaster.
Brian says, "How the hell has it been 2 years already? I remember when you were visiting my channel. Now you're married in a soup. I don't know about soupy wooby tuber.
I know. It did go by really fast, actually.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're drinking bourbon.
Jeff says it was one of the worst things I've seen. Mexican pizza. Northwest Bourbon. Yeah, please hit that like button, guys. Michael says, on the French Blantons, the horse is actually running in retreat. If you know, you know. Semper Fi. Happy anniversary. Cheers, man. Thank you. David Smith, I'm in. Everything looks great. David, thank you. $20 super chat. Amy's got you in the giveaway. I will keep my phone up because you guys can always go direct to Venmo and PayPal. Remember that. Oh, okay. A lot of people have been doing that. Okay, I'll get to that in just a second. Holy bejesus.
Add Amy on your Venmo so she can just
I know. Amy, do you want to be my accountant too?
Just give her access to your bank.
Bear Doyle says, those tiny hands are creeping me out.
No, they're not. They're the best. They might be creepy. They are a little bit.
I don't know. I like this French Blanton's. It's good. It's not blowing my mind. And guys, if you see these on secondary for between $750 and $1,000, do not buy it. It's not that good. It's unless it's your wedding date.
It's kind of good. It is not worth that money.
No.
But it's.
Big Potato. I actually don't have a Michter's 10 bourbon on the table. All I have on the table are barrel strengths. I have a sample of the 2023, and it's amazing. Joe Graves, I'm in for those fantastic samples. Thank you for the $10 super chat, Joe. And Lefty31, love the content. Keep the masterful descriptions coming. I'm going to try tonight. Sarah's going to get out of here at 9, I think, or just a little after 9.
Yeah, stop asking me. They're not going to be masterful. I don't.
But we're going to get masterful descriptions from her until she leaves.
Oh, I don't think that's. Let's give the people what they want.
Here we go.
It's not that.
Derek says, I tried Blanton's Gold Blind. I thought it was a 4 Roses single barrel shelfer. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Ours tasted like pee.
Honestly, this wouldn't be far. I mean, this is really good, but this would not do well in a blind. This wouldn't blow things out of the water.
No.
I don't even know. I would like to try this next to E.H. Taylor small batch. I'll do that later, but that'd be interesting.
I would like E.H. Taylor better.
Maybe.
I think I would.
Eric Hart, thank you. $20 super chat. Awesome channel. Appreciate it, man. Thrasher's jumping in. Wee, happy anniversary. I, too, have an anniversary horsey bottle for my wife and I, mainly me, to enjoy on our anniversary, have fun. And I was going to say, are those David hands? That's hilarious. Yes, they are. All right.
Horsey bottle. Is that how you do? You just tell? Because I've obviously liked it because the horsey. Is that why girls like Blantons? Because they like the horse.
Girls?
I don't know. I didn't.
I think we're getting into some territory. We're wading into dangerous waters.
I mean, as an anniversary bottle, we're less likely to be mad that you spent money on it because it's got a cute horsey on it. Oh wait, are you on your last one?
I don't know what's happening.
Never mind. Okay, wait, I want that one.
Joe, happy early anniversary. Thanks, Joe. All right.
Okay.
Here we go, guys. Final special Blantons of the night. Remember, in the giveaway, we're going to have samples for 2 winners of each of these bottles, each of these Blantons.
Thank you.
Is that good?
Yes.
Okay. Got to save room for other things.
Like cheesecake.
No. Well, all right.
I got cheesecake for us earlier. But I'm going to eat yours because you don't eat it. So.
Yeah.
I get 2 pieces.
I'll die.
Yay.
Travis, what's up, man? Drive safe, dude. Yeah, Big Potato, the French horse running backwards comment made me spit out my whiskey. That's hilarious. Oh, this smells so good. Whoever wins a sample of this Singapore Blanton's, this is
a Blanton's that is good.
awesome. And of course, the secondary price is stupid.
Yeah, no.
It is so stupid, and one day I'll own a backup when I'm rich.
Yeah. Ignoring that, though, it's really good.
God, it's so good. I mean, there's probably only there's 2 barrels of this stuff, so I wonder how many bottles between the 2 barrels. Just a couple hundred of these. But people don't even open these bottles. They just keep getting flipped around.
Too bad you opened everything.
Yeah, that's part of the fun.
It barely makes it in the house.
Guys, I'm going to get to the... Stop. Yeah, sometimes it barely makes it in the house.
You're like the guy with like Pringles from the grocery store, but it's with bourbon. Like,
I got... Did you see the chips in the cupboard? I got chips last night, and I
you serious?
ate half
Why
of
did
each
you
of the
tell
bags
me?
on the way home. God.
You need to finish those so I don't get into them.
Bear Doyle, stop it. Don't say that. Okay. Andrew, what was your most expensive drain pour whiskey? It's in quotations because I'm thinking whether you actually... I actually drain poured our Blanton's Gold. And I think you saw it probably. I mean, I think you were in the room.
I was the one that told you to put it in the... I swear somebody peed in it. It was disgusting.
It was... oh my God, that's so good.
Yeah, it is good. But yeah, Blanton's Gold is not good. I do not recommend it.
Damn. The one thing about this Singapore Blanton's, to me, this is like... Okay, I gotta talk slower. Or less thinking. Or more thinking, maybe. If I say it tastes fiery, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it tastes like a cherry that's on fire. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, like chili pepper maybe? Chili pepper spice? Maybe
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking
That's
of.
a different thing, but yeah.
Like-
Yeah, like I get...
This is like big fiery whiskey. So it's not like this is some 15-year-old thing that is going to have a bunch of Buffalo Trace Sweet Oak on it that you would imagine from a George T. Stagg. It's not like that, but it's like the best Blantons you've ever had at a high proof. I don't know. Is that fair?
It's the best Blantons I've ever had,
Okay.
but I also don't really know anything, so...
Don't shortchange yourself.
Yeah.
Hang on.
You just zoomed in so much.
Whoops. Whiskey Uncensored. Whoa, she's got bigger hands than you, Cam. Listen.
Let's high five. Let's show him. Yeah. That was so cute.
All right, guys. I'm going to get to all the Venmo super chats here in just a second. Then we're going to get to the more serious tasting portion. But anyways, cheers to my wife on our 2nd anniversary.
Yay, sorry. I'm having hot flashes in here. It's
I-
so
I would-
hot.
I would kiss her, but not on stream. Just a little anniversary
I
kiss.
can't. Not with my little hands.
All right. Norseman's Only Drams. Here's to getting Cam to play a triplet diddle with small hands. Hey!
That is another
That's a
good
deep
idea.
cut, man. All right. Aiden has gotten pee off of multiple Buffalo Trace products, especially Weller 12.
Well,
I wonder what they're doing in the factory.
It makes you wonder. Didn't you say something about rye? Something does that, or what
I
was
think
it?
it's the rye grain. I think it's the rye grain in the product, but then that wouldn't make any sense because Weller has no rye.
Because I
It's
remember
wheat.
you were trying to explain to me that it wasn't pea. It was probably
the rye
something
spice.
gone awry with the rye, and I was
Hey.
like, no, that's pea.
That was poetic.
Thank you, but it was pea. Someone peed.
Andrew, I've heard that. I think we just got a tainted bottle. There was like residual stuff around the. There was some stuff around the rim
You
of the
tiny
bottle,
hands and-
and it was an export, so it got shipped back to the U.S. And I think in transit it got heated. God, I did it.
In transit, someone peed in it.
Yeah,
probably.
someone peed in it in transit.
Yeah.
Hitoshi's peed out a lot of Buffalo Trace product. Yeah.
So have you.
Uh-huh. Austin, love that you're willing to share those insane bottles with everyone. Here's to a few more shots at the 826 bottle of Blanton since I'll likely never see another anniversary date one. Well, it's going to be a Saturday, isn't it? Well, hang on. We got married through the week, that's why.
We got married on Thursday.
Because they don't dump, I don't think they dump on Saturdays. Guys, remind me in the chat, do they only dump through the week, or is it that they only take Sunday off? It's one of those two things. So, Austin, I'll be rooting for you, man. Okay, Amy, let me confirm for you. all these Venmo super chats, and let me say thank you to a lot of people right now.
Yeah.
Holy crap, guys. Amy, we've got Paul PN for a $50 super chat. Paul, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's 10 entries for Paul.
Cheers.
We got Marshall C, Amy, in for $20 super chat. Thank you, Marshall. Kyle McDowell, One Mocast, in for $20 super chat. 4 entries. Happy anniversary. Thursday night fun. Cheers to that. John Wright in the chat. John Wright, Amy, is in for a $50 super chat. 10 entries for John Wright. William Molnar, $50 super chat. Guys, you are incredible. William Molnar, $50 super chat. Happy anniversary. William, thank you. That's 10 entries. Jason Hubbard in for a $10 super chat. Admit one. That's funny. 2. There we go. Andrew Surfling. Andrew, I think you sent me 8024. Or did you choose business transaction? I got $80 from Andrew Surfling. Andrew, if it's 85 and it took a cut, tell Amy, please. But $80 super chat from Andrew Surfling. Andrew, I'm sorry. Fingers crossed on the sampler since I'll never see Virtue Spirits. Happy anniversary. Thank you, Andrew. I will get back to you. I absolutely promise you I will get back to you. And Toshi, final one for right now, in for a $100 super chat for the celebration fund for the anniversary.
Oh, you guys are so nice.
Thank you, guys. Sam's in here. Sam, I said thank you a little bit earlier for those samples. They arrived today. And Sam is in for 20. 4 entries. Thank you, Sam. Sandeep says, hi, young lady next to Cam.
Hey.
All right. So thank you all so much. And we'll double check the super chats at the end when we do the giveaway. Probably around 10 p.m. Oh, 8024 was strategic given the date, my man. Oh. I got you. Thank you, man. That's awesome. Okay. Sorry, went silent. I was just deep in thought.
Are you still tasting any powdered sugar donuts on this one?
Less on this one, yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't taste like that.
This is so good.
This one is really good.
Flavor,
it doesn't
no.
actually taste like a Blanton's to me.
No.
Like, I wouldn't guess this was Blanton.
No, flavor concentration. It's like huge, I feel like. Yeah, oh well, I do. This is the regular one. I do smell the relationship. Yeah, but it's way better.
If that's like a baby.
Yeah.
And this is like a grandpa.
Oh, gosh. Oh, guys, I got a PayPal entry as well. Oh, my God, I got to... Hang on, Amy, another Venmo from Tony D. $20 super chat from Tony D. Says, happy anniversary. Thank you, Tony. And finally, I think I've got a PayPal in here. Amy, it's going to be 1 entry from Kilco. Thank you, Brian. All right, there we go. We're all caught up. So Clay, yeah, Maker's Cellar Aged has been released, and I've been seeing this as well. So Maker's Mark released their first like 11 and 12 year product. It's like a blend of 11 and 12.
Oh yeah, you told me this the other day.
And they've never done anything like that, like old. And so I'm actually very curious about this. So if anybody in the chat sees this out, I would be curious to know, like, number one, what people are asking for it, because it seems like a lot of folks are actually getting it around SRP in various stores, or maybe $20, $25 over. And then if you have the chance to try it, I would also love to hear that. And if anyone wants to send a sample, this is one of the only times I'm going to publicly ask for a sample of something. If you wouldn't mind, I would happily pay shipping and the prorated cost of the sample, because I want to try this. And I'd love to shoot a video for it. So I'm just throwing that out there into the universe. What?
I don't.
I'm sorry.
For a limited time.
For a limited time only. Wait, there's more. All right, let's get to some cool tastings here. So
okay.
you keep working.
Okay.
You do you.
Thank you. I want to enjoy this.
I gotta move on from the anniversary.
That's fine.
That hasn't even happened yet.
I know.
Saturday.
Which one's
Nick, second that, auctioned over 400. Whoa. They also aged it at like 55 degrees for the last 6 years. Oh, that's right. Okay. I don't even process what it means when it says cellar aged. Yeah. Seen 300-ish some places, auctions between 4 and 550. I'm not going to pay that for Maker's Mark ever, but I am very curious to try it. Clay says that the Discord post said they... Yeah, I saw that Facebook auction too last night. All right, so guys, one thing I've been kind of thinking about recently, after Amy many months ago sent me a sample of the Michter's Toasted Rye from 2017. After she sent me that sample and I said how incredible of a whiskey it was, I thought that it would be interesting to go back and try some older vintages of Michter's barrel strength products. This rattling table is going to drive me up a wall. The 2021 Michter's Toasted Rye, which is a bottle I had and I sold, and the 2021 Michter's Barrel Strength Rye I had and I sold, because they both had similar notes, which was this dark, rubbery, bitter thing that I get from modern day Michter's barrel strengths, apparently, according to those bottles, and also I get that from Sagamore Double Oaked and other Double Oaked ryes. It's just this dark bitterness that I'm not a fan of. After realizing how much better this product was 4 years before the bottle I had, I thought, let's acquire one of these from an earlier date, the regular barrel strength rye, and the barrel strength bourbon, let's acquire an earlier one of these as well, and see how these things compare. Now, I don't have my old bottles to compare it to. I hated them so much, I got them out of here. I'm so sensitive to those notes. Sorry, I'm monologuing.
No, it was funny.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Just let me go.
Go
I love you.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. Yeah. All right. But I'm so sensitive to those notes that if these have it, I'm going to pick up on it. I can tell you right now, I trust myself enough that I don't need the other for the comparison. So that's why we're doing this. We're going to start tonight with the 2016 Michter's Barrel Strength Rye. And I don't know where this is from, if it's their own distillate, if it's sourced. I have no idea. This barrel strength rye, from my understanding, the first release was 2015, I believe. So this is maybe only the second year that this was on the shelf. All right, so let's get into this and try it. This particular barrel, because they are single barrels, is 115.2. So are you ready? Do you want some of this? Or do you? Okay, let me ask you this.
Do your thing.
Well, no,
first.
I don't. I know you're not gonna want to drink all of this.
No.
So
I don't
do you want me to tell you which ones to jump in on?
Yes.
Because I know you're gonna want this.
Okay, then I will wait for that.
Do you want it now?
No.
Okay, wait on
I'm
it.
gonna do a taste along.
Okay. Well, smell this. So this is just barrel strength rye Michter's from 7 years ago. So this smells. I like this a lot. There's Amy with the giveaways tonight. Then this barrel strength rye is going to be in there. This smells almost MGP-ish to me. And let me know if you guys have had any of these older Michter's barrel strength products. This is like, this is burnt cherry, a little bit of dill, a little bit of pine needle, specifically the needle. Sorry. Some vanilla in here too. Vanilla, this is like vanilla extract. And there is a little barrel char on the back end, but it's not at all like the rubbery bitter thing that I get on the modern releases of the barrel strength rye. So to me, this nose is night and day better than the current stuff, or at least the 2021 that I had. I haven't had the 23s.
You like that burnt cherry tasting note right
Mm-hmm.
now, don't you? Is our air conditioning not working?
It's just hot in this room.
I don't
Oh,
know
that
how
is
you do
so
this every
good.
Thursday.
I sweat a lot.
Oh my god.
I sweat.
The
The vent is open, I promise. It's very open.
Nothing's coming out of it.
That, here, will you taste this?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you have chapstick on, I gotta...
Not anymore.
Okay. This is very good, I think. That Guys, this reminds me a little bit of like a Kentucky Owl profile, but less spearmint toothpaste and more of that like burnt cherry note that I was talking about.
I'm trying to taste burnt cherry. I taste like cherry.
When I say
and like a. You're not talking like a toasted barrel taste though. That's not what you're talking about.
Well, they do toast these barrels, but it's not in a second toasted barrel. It's just that they toast the barrel before match.
Oh, so they don't call it. Okay, yeah.
This one is a toasted barrel rye, but
I don't like toasted barrel stuff usually.
You're gonna be surprised by this.
Okay.
And I'm the same way. I don't like the toasted barrels most of the time, but.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Good thing we got married.
Burnt. Sheesh.
I'm sorry.
With the burnt cherry thing, okay. Tell me if you get this. It's like a burnt bread, like burnt toast, and like dark cherry. That's kind of what I'm. Rattly table.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. Numinium, thank you for the $10 super chat. Cheers. Thank you.
I don't want to throw you off your game.
Will says, not just the room that's hot, the whole freaking state's like an oven today. It is very hot today.
Yeah. I'm like dripping.
John says, don't say that.
Okay, sorry.
Gotta appreciate the dedication to keep the tiny hands going this long. Yeah, every once in a while.
I love them.
Every once in a while. Amy, I've got a few more Venmo super chats. James Lay is in for $20 and says, small hands fund. Thank you, James. That's 4 entries. Cheers to that. And William Molnar in for another $50 super chat. Thank you, dude. For duct tape to fix the table, that monetary value of bottles needs a solid table. Yes, it does, actually. Good point, sir.
It's an investment. Can you fill this with water?
Yes.
Even though it would just be like a shot of water. That's enough. That's fine. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for the super chats tonight. I appreciate it. Like last week, we went from 2 giveaway winners to 4. I can't do that tonight because of these anniversary bottles. I apologize. So understand the pool is getting larger right now for the super chat giveaway. If it gets bonkers, I'll have to like rethink that because I want things to be as fair as I can make them. But I just appreciate you supporting the channel and of course entering to win some great pours. So verdict for me on this 2016 Michter's Barrel Strength Rye. This is to me like twice as good as the current stuff. Now I haven't had the most recent release, but compared to the 2021 in my brain, this is so much better. And I would say usually these are about 180 to 200 on secondary for the modern release, like the most recent one. I paid only 180 for this on secondary locally from some guy that threw this up. And it was cheap because it had a torn tack strip, but not all the way torn. So I know that it wasn't tampered with.
Couldn't pee in it.
Look at that. Look how almost torn that is. This is where it was. But it's not all the way through.
Looks like someone accidentally like punched it with their fingernail or something when they grabbed it.
So I would say if you see a 2016 on secondary, if you're trying to drop coin on one of these bottles, these are usually only like 50 extra bucks. If you're already paying 180, I'm not telling you what to do with your money, but if that's not a bad price point for you, pay the $50 upcharge and get a 2016 because this stuff is way, way better. I know people are going to get mad at me talking about paying that much for a bottle and encouraging it, but it kind of is what it is. Sorry. I'm sorry. All right, let's get to this. This is the star of the show, basically.
Okay, I'm ready for it. It's so dark.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. This is insane.
Look at that go. It looks like coffee.
It is really dark.
Okay.
It's got that little red.
Like tea.
It's more orange.
Girl strong tea.
Than red. Jeb says, yeah, that's Texas since June. No, Jeb, that's Texas all the time, dude. I remember being in Houston in July when I was on tour doing drum corps like 10 years ago. And I've never been hotter in my life than Houston in July. Derek, I just like most toasted things, but I have a newly toasted rye from the party source that is Chef's Kiss. I think rye just works better with secondary toasted barrels and bourbon. I agree. My big problem, Derek, is just that for some reason, I don't know if it's the source of the barrels that they're using on these toasted products, maybe too heavy of a char, but everything is getting that bitter, I say it's like a spicy breakfast sausage and waffles and maple syrup. It's very sweet, very dense, but also extremely bright and like unpleasantly bitter and spicy, kind of like the fennel that you would maybe get in like a sausage or, you know, that kind of thing. I just think that I want a toasted barrel product to be on the sweeter side, not on that bitter spicy. And there is a happy medium between those, which is somewhere around Peerless Double Oaked range. I think less towards the toasted barrel finish and more towards the straight up double barreling. I like that a little bit better. Oh, you're okay. Think about what you're smelling on that and tell me. Okay, take a second. Take a second.
Don't call me out.
I'm not calling. Here, take your time. Big potato. I did not catch the mash and drum stream last night, but I actually maybe will go back and watch that if they got into some actual detail of what they're doing. That would be cool to hear. Chad had the 2015 toasted rye. Did they have it in 2015? I thought the first release of the toasted was 17. Huh. Let me know if you know or if anybody else in the chat does. But that's awesome. These old ones are great. I need to get through the rest of this regular barrel strength. Art Sanchez, thank you for the $20 super chat, my man. Happy anniversary. Cheers and thank you. Jeb says the 21 barrel strength rye was bad. I drain poured it. Jeb, thank you for saying that. I'm sorry you drain poured it, but I get it. But everybody that I've talked to has said that I'm crazy for saying that the barrel strength rye was not good in 2021. I don't know. And then I'm like, am I broken? I don't think so.
Did you drink this one?
Amy, no, not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to pour some. Amy's got this too.
Oh, really?
She's the one who introduced me to this bottle.
Oh.
Because everybody said that the toasted barrel rye was one of the best things ever.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2021 tasted like a tire. I mean, it was not good. It was not good. And like campfire ash. It's sweet though, isn't it?
It smells really good.
It smells like marshmallows. But like also, it smells like an Armagnac finish.
That's more of what I would like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the first thing that I get out of the glass is like, is s'mores.
Really?
And everybody, okay. Guys, can I rant real quick? I'm sorry.
Don't pop. No, go.
I'm sorry.
This is what. Do it.
Everybody talks about Michter's products, toasted products, and other toasted products. Everybody says, it smells like s'mores. I think the whole thing of things smelling like s'mores is something that most of us have just learned by rote. It's like if I tell you Buffalo Trace and you say honey and grape, you just know that's what it's supposed to be. Enough people over the years have said that toasted products, and particularly some of these Michters, have a s'mores note to them, marshmallow. I firmly believe we have like ingrained that as a rote thing in the community without having the regard for how they actually taste year to year, because every year they get further away from that. They stray further from God, and they taste more bitter and darker. And same thing with like some of the Nulu and these other toasted products that come out that I think are these like big spicy weird messes. Everyone's like, it's s'mores. I think it's because we think toasted is supposed to mean s'mores. And I always ask myself, where does this come from? Sometimes I recognize that note on 1910, which is a great toasted product, and I recognize it on Woodford Double Oaked, because they've perfected the art of sweet toasted barrel products. It's not bitter.
It's almost too sweet.
It's almost too sweet.
I don't want that one.
But this shows me in 2017 where that s'mores note comes from. Because the first thing I get out of the glass when I pour it is s'mores and marshmallow, and then afterwards I acclimate to it and I get into all the dark fruit, which to me, in the blind flight Amy sent this in, I said it smelled like an Armagnac finish. And that's what I get after I get past the s'mores note. All right, I'm sorry.
Don't stop
It's also a little,
apologizing.
it's also kind of rummy. Do you smell a little rumminess to it? It's like boozy.
Don't tell me that. I won't like it.
I know.
Then.
Okay.
I don't like rum.
I didn't say that.
Well, it bums me out though, because like I didn't really smell any s'mores when I tasted it though. But then I'm like, well, did you put it in my head? Now I don't know, and I'm like, oh, like. So.
But I think it's like I just smell it right when I pour it. First smell, and then it goes away, and I get into everything else. Oh my God, it smells so good.
It does smell good.
Oh, it's so sweet though. It's almost a little sickly sweet. And these are all single barrels.
No, this is it's not in the way that wood from double oaked. For me, anyway. Which I don't have a palate to speak of, really. So.
Oh, that's so freaking
I do like
good.
this a lot.
Oh my God, Amy, this is all your fault. And Amy, the amount of money I spent on this bottle is all your fault. Paid for by you incredible people on Patreon. It was the main bottle purchase of the month. All right, so thank you guys for supporting the channel, the super chats, the Patreon, everything else. And now, you know, the best part about getting these bottles is being able to sample them out and give them back. So we will obviously sample all these out for tonight's giveaway winners, and then on Patreon at the end of this month, everybody in the $10 tier that gets a super chat entry, the Michters will definitely be in that giveaway. The Hardin's Creeks will as well, and I think the Virtue Rye I'll throw in there, but I just can't do the special Blantons. That's one night only. Sorry.
There's like, I don't know if I'm crazy. I feel like there's just like a little bit of pumpernickel, like the rye part.
It's a toasted rye.
Yeah, like I can actually taste that though.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. It actually kind of Middle Westy.
Yeah, I was thinking of that pumpernickel rye one.
Where's it at?
I don't know where you put it.
There. You guys know I like Middle West, and their rye is specifically a dark pumpernickel rye. Yeah, I could see it. This is definitely sharper. It's not that sweet toasted, but I can see it.
Like a s'more on a pumpernickel bagel instead of graham cracker.
That sounds delicious.
It doesn't, but it tastes good.
Yeah. Thrasher says, wow, ADHD would be proud of those SJs with those tiny hands. Give it a little spin job. Or swirl job. Is it spin or swirl?
I don't know. It just didn't sound good. The way
It's what it is.
I know.
An SJ.
I get it. I know. But it sounded too much like another thing.
That's the point.
Okay, well, I'm usually
It's not 9 p.m. yet. We haven't
so.
crossed into late night TV time, so I got to give it 2 more minutes before we say those words.
Okay.
Travis, 9-year stag. Oh, what? Travis, I don't know what you're saying there. I might have missed something. Oh, here we go. Ken, even though I've only done this for going on 4 years, the day after your anniversary, I'm trying to find a good whiskey that matches how long we've been married. 9, a 9-year stag pick. 10, Jack Daniels. 10, 11, Taylor, 11-year single barrel. This year will be Jack Daniels 12. A day after your anniversary. I'm trying to find a good whiskey. So Travis, how long have you been married then? Are you saying it's 12 years then coming up? Is that what you told me this at Pours in the Park, I think, in the cigar lounge when we were talking. Marshall Conoco says, I have a 21 barrel strength rye A batch, and it's amazing. Mine was not an A batch. And also, I'm trying to source right now a Michter's 10 bourbon from 2023. Secondary's through the roof on these things, unfortunately, because everybody knows how good it is. But the one that I've tasted was an A batch. And so I want to make sure if I do end up getting one that it is an A batch, even though they're all single barrels, because I don't know what the difference is going to be from the A dump date to, I think G is the second dump that I've seen of the year. Well, sorry, I'm a child. The second dump. Anyways. Oh, Bubble Bath is here. Tiny Hands are back.
Oh, hey.
I think this is probably my favorite thing of the night so far.
Really?
I mean,
not our anniversary.
Yeah.
Blantons?
Well, that's definitely. That's not even in the running. That's the top of the top.
I don't know. I mean, this might be actually.
Yeah, I don't know which
This
one's
might be
better.
better.
They're both very good. This one's so sweet. It's like I couldn't sit and drink a bunch of this. It's like, to me, it's dessert.
Oh, I bet you could.
Oh.
I bet you could.
At
do
$475 a bottle, I don't know if I could.
I think you could. Should you? is another thing.
So I'm gonna do a big video, and this is I feel like when I'm talking to you, they can't hear me. That's not true.
Oh, okay. Just tell me all the secrets.
No, guys, I'm gonna do a video breakdown of all of these older vintage Michter's products up against whatever samples I can get of newer vintages. I'm gonna kind of ask around and see if I can buy samples locally for the video of any 2023 releases that I can find of these products. And I'd like to just do an old vintage comparison. The 10-year products might not be in that video. It'll probably just be the toasteds and the barrel strengths. Because I think the other products go back so far. There's like 2012 bourbon, 10-year, and even before that, I think. I think there's just... I don't want to get into those weeds. That's too much to mess around with. But these are all within the first couple years of the products being released that I've got today. And that's kind of a good enough data point, in my opinion. Well, I can't put that on the screen.
Where is it?
It's here. That would be not great to say.
Why can't you put it on the screen? Are they gonna flag you?
Well, there might be like, I was at a symphony event earlier, and they were like, we were mingling and stuff, and people might tune into the live stream tonight. And I just like, I always feel weird.
It.
I always just feel weird. It's like,
they're musicians. Musicians are.
Yeah, musicians.
Musician. You know.
I have a Mass Illinois exclusive Sagamore maple syrup cask. Tim, this sounds familiar. Did you send me a message somewhere that I have not replied to any emails yet this week, and it's Thursday, so that's not good. I've been deep in the throes of some stuff for the orchestra this week in terms of end of fiscal year purchasing with extra funds. So I've been kind of busy the last couple of days. I'll get back to you on this. I don't know about a trade for a bottle on that. I don't think I can commit to that. Like I could, samples maybe, but like a trade, I don't know if I'm fully invested. I'm just trying to be a little more choosy about things, and I've had a lot of maple finish stuff at this point, but I really appreciate it.
It smells like syrup. No.
It does. Yeah. Yeah.
You said that.
You're right.
Oh, that's
You're right.
breakfast.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It is. You owe Amy so much.
I know. Travis says 12 will be on the 27th, 12 years. Just trying to give you a different variation of opening something on your anniversary date. That's a good idea. This year for 2, it would have been the 2-year-old James B. Beam Hardin's Creek for $80 that I would never in my life buy. 2-year product. For our 6-month anniversary, we could have just opened a bottle of America whiskey. Remember that stuff? It says on the back, aged 6 months.
What's the 6-month anniversary? You can't make me keep track of all these.
Well,
I can't do
I'm just saying.
I had to make the date my password on almost everything just to remember.
Don't tell the public that. Don't tell public.
I'm sure my identity's already gone.
I keep getting requests in my email that someone's trying to get into my Facebook and Instagram accounts.
Me too.
And I keep getting told from random sites, "Oh, you're in a data leak. You're in a data leak." And I'm like, I think I need to change all my passwords before my bank account gets cleared. All $100 in it.
Can we just change our date then?
God.
To put a new number in.
Andrew, 2023 Shanks. Yeah, Andrew, I mean, I've got some here. Andrew, were you on the stream 2 weeks ago, or it was a week and a half ago on a Monday night, excuse me. There.
How did you find, you have a million
The Shanks,
bottles.
I'll just take a rip off the top. This Shanks, there's this like bitterness in here, Andrew. I did that live stream with this and the bomb burgers. I didn't really care for either of them in 2023. I thought the 21s were better on both. I didn't have a chance, unfortunately, to try the 22s. It has that Shanks funkiness to it, kind of like old musty basement. Kind of like IW Harper 15. And this one's got the French oak finish. It's not my favorite. At the price point, I say pass on it, unfortunately. Oh, you say got a bottle. Well, then, Okay. I didn't read the rest of this. I'm sorry. Seems very light on the palate. It's just not, Andrew, for me, it's just not my favorite, especially given the price point. What are you looking at?
I've seen what that is.
It's old school, look.
I know, it has
It's got the
googly
eyeballs.
eyes on it.
I think it's the only one on the table. Yeah.
It took me hours to do that. Ugh.
A big potato, I didn't even enter it. I actually forgot. I've forgotten the last 4 OHLQ lotteries because I just forgot.
I keep thinking you're saying baked potato.
Baked potato? OHLQ? Baked potato?
No, when you say big potato, it sounds like you're saying baked potato.
Big potato.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I hear baked potato. Is there anything that's going to top that?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. One of these.
Okay.
But we haven't got. We got to do one more comparison before we get there. So we got to do these 2 barrel strength bourbons side by side. I should put these here. I'll put this here.
So you're expecting me to like backtrack quality wise?
A little. I know. I thought about that too, but I thought if you were really gonna leave at 9, which I'm glad you haven't, I was gonna.
I didn't realize it was
9:07. That's why I wanted to get to this first.
Okay.
So.
Carry on.
Okay.
Carry on.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. So hot.
Andrew says, I missed some recent live streams due to work, but always try to watch them after the fact. I did catch a good portion of that. Yeah, the Shanks, for some reason, man. You know, as I go back to it right now, though. Smell this. What does that smell like?
Ooh, I don't know.
It's like old books, maybe? Like there's something really like antique-y about it.
Kind of.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not in like a dusty way.
But like in a good way. Yeah. Not in a gross way. But that's hard to.
But it's also got a weird cinnamon note to it, Andrew, the Shanks. Like, it's really strong cinnamon on top of a base. Like, cinnamon to me. Okay, guys, here we go. Cinnamon's like the tip of a triangle or pyramid. And like, but you have to have enough support if you want to have the point of the pyramid. You can't have like the pyramid top and then it falls apart underneath it. You got to have the foundation.
So where's cinnamon bark?
I don't know, dude.
Okay.
It's like
Can
it's like the upper third.
Can I taste it?
Do you want some from this glass or in yours?
It doesn't matter. This is fine.
Okay. Here.
This is empty. Oh, you don't have to.
Young Pei Cheng sent us like enough of this to do this.
Oh, that's nice.
But you got to have enough foundation for that cinnamon note in here, and the foundation is super light, like antique book, I.W. Harper 15 musty basement, kind of weird, funky oak.
I think I should have rinsed out my glass.
But you need a deeper, darker thing in the bottom to make up for how much cinnamon's on this, which I think is coming from that French oak finish and the toasted. Yeah, toasted French oak finish.
Can I smell that one? Mm-hmm. Shoot, I should have rinsed this one out. It smells like that, but with like maple syrups now, so
Wow.
it's just.
Sorry.
It's contaminated.
And this is also a Michter's product, by the way, Shanks.
Shanks is?
Yeah, Michter's makes this. It's a low proof, 91.2. And it's called a sour mash whiskey. It's not considered a bourbon, I suppose. Travis as well for 3-year Hard Truth Rye. That's a good call, Travis, actually. Definitely not ancient age. Unless it's like, but like a 1980s or something is not probably only 3 years old. Harbinger could be a good one. I've had that single cask, or maybe it was a blend. I can't remember which one that the Whiskey Tubers did at the Bastards Ball some years ago, and that was a really incredible bottle. Jason shared that with me January 2021 when I went to his house. Amy, opened the Doc Swinson's Ambarana last night. It's a cinnamon brick. There's no point, just cinnamon. Sweet in one note, but loved it. Amy, I hate Ambarana finish though. But you're right. It is like it is the one-dimensional finish.
I like the cinnamon brick. Sorry.
Yeah. It's like, what is it? The cinnamon challenge. You gotta. How much cinnamon do you eat in the cinnamon challenge? Is it a spoonful?
I don't know, but I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Yeah, sounds unpleasant. I gotta finish this toasted barrel rye. I gotta get to this. Next up in the comparison of this lovely live stream, Michter's barrel strength bourbons. I don't have a 23. This is a 2021 I've had for 2 years now. Halfway gone. I love this bottle. It's a little young. I love it. And then I have a 2018 that I just grabbed for this video, or this live stream / video I'm gonna make.
Can I have some water?
Yes.
Because
Yeah, you need to hydrate more.
it's hot in here.
It is.
And yes, I do need to hydrate more.
Me too. Andrew Surfling, it's a teaspoon, says Mark, for the cinnamon challenge. You want more?
A teaspoon? That's not even that much.
Yeah, but I think it like jacks you up pretty bad.
Oh, I bet it would. Whoop.
Damn it.
I got it.
It's all over me. Andrew Surfling, it looks like the floor is very wet. I drank some Noodler Ambarana finish the other day while eating cinnamon raisin English muffins with peanut butter. Okay, that actually sounds probably insane.
That does sound really good. I don't even know what that is.
Nate says there's a laser trap tiny hand heist board game now that looks fun AF. What?
No, I'm gonna
Christine, what supports the cinnamon top? For me, it's got to be something, just something big and like. Sorry. I can't, dude. It's like a dark enough note.
To be determined.
Yeah, well.
TBD.
Uh-huh.
How about one more water shot?
Say it, don't spray it.
I don't think
You
that was.
flicked it all over me with your matter-of-fact hand gestures.
I just need to swirl it a little.
Hey, what's up, Matt? Loser boy canceled on me at 3 p.m. at 2:45 p.m. today for a 3 p.m. Appointment. Just saying. Which benefited me as well, but
Yeah, that's exactly what you said.
how you gonna do that, dude? How you gonna do that? I thought we were friends. Now I gotta absolutely spank you in the champs match.
You were so happy and so sad.
Yeah, both.
You were like, I didn't have time for it, but I wanted to do it. But now I can do all this other stuff.
Don't tell him that. He hurt me.
I was still working, I think. I was barely listening to you. Whatever you were saying.
Dang, Travis, you got the special treatment from the world's top whiskey taster there, huh?
What's that one?
Hang on.
Is that... Oh, this is your old one. Or your
Shoot,
young
that was
one.
a lot of whiskey.
Well, here. I'll take it.
But it's not enough to give us... Well, hang on.
That's too much, but not enough to share.
No, hang on. I don't... You probably, if you're trying to save yourself...
It is true.
Then you probably don't want both of these. So I'm saying, let me tell you which one to take. On my humble opinion.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe I'll smell them first. Because you love that one, don't you? Like with all your heart.
Very interesting. I love this one.
I know you do.
But this is new, so we gotta see. Or it's new, but it's old. New old stock. Amy, let me check out the old Venmos. I think we're good to go here still. But guys, let me do a quick rundown. What are you... Hey, this is dangerous. Okay.
I just wanted to smell it.
Let me do a quick rundown of the giveaway tonight. 2 sample packs, 10 1-ounce samples each. It's going to include... Pause. 4 Michter's products. These 2 barrel strength bourbons I'm tasting right now. 2016 barrel strength rye, 2017 toasted barrel rye. It's going to include 3 Blanton's products. I know, that sounds not great. But French Blantons with our wedding date on it. 50% ABV 2021 edition. Regular store pick Blantons with our wedding date on it. 2021. Another with our wedding date on it. Singapore Blantons, 56% ABV. The highest proof of the bunch, the rarest of the bunch. Those 3 1-ounce each. The only time I will ever give samples of those away, ever, in my life, for one night only. And Virtue Spirits Rye 1, which I just did a review of. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. And last but not least, which will end the stream tonight, Sarah may or may not still be here at that point, I don't know, the Clermont and the Frankfort Hardin's Creek. 1 ounce of all of the things I just said for 2 winners tonight. Jason, Venmo's in the description of the video, @CLeachMusic, with an Leach. Extra $5 for the cause. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's our anniversary on Saturday, but this is the anniversary stream. Christine, let me know if you're down here. And next time, if we're ever up there, we will also call you guys. It'll be great to hang out.
Where
Andrew, we're going to go on a hike tomorrow, and then we're just going to, like, I'm going to, like, hang out with her and make her sick of me.
We got married on a mountain, so we're going to go walk around Hocking Hills and pretend like we're on a mountain again. It worked last time.
Dude, these are not even close.
Really?
Not even remotely close.
In what way?
I can't even believe the proofs on these. All right. So, hey, those of you in the chat, let me know if you've ever had Michter's Barrel Strength Bourbon. This is one that sort of flies, I don't want to say under the radar, but it's traditionally been pretty rare. The distribution's not great as far as I can tell on this stuff. And I think the 23 might be Kentucky only. Not entirely sure about that, so correct me if I'm wrong. I managed to get a 2021 on secondary. At the time, the price was probably $325, $350, like not cheap at all. It's certainly not worth that amount of money, but it's a very, very good bottle, my 2021. And over time, as it's gotten this air in it, it's actually improved and sweetened up. But this is the 2018 that I was curious about tonight. Without me telling you what I think, I want you to go back. This is this one. And this is the...
Hold on.
Okay.
I have to clear it out.
Okay. Sorry.
You don't have to apologize. He's never this nice to me unless you guys are watching, just so you know.
Exactly.
Okay, one...
Now go
Wait,
back.
what was that trick that you... I need your
Smell my my inner weenus.
Yeah. Oh, it actually smells kind of like soap.
Okay. So this one again.
Yeah, I like
now
that one.
Quick
a lot.
hitter.
Hold on.
No,
Okay,
just
I have
be
to
better.
clear it up. I can't be. Okay. Can you swirl that one around? Is that glass new?
Oh my lord.
I'm serious.
Listen to this.
I can smell this one really well.
Listen
that
to
one I have
this.
a hard time.
Listen to this.
Because so far I
Okay,
like this
hang
one.
on. This one again.
Okay. Oh, it smells
Relax.
like
Now go back in. Which one do you like better?
I can't work under pressure. So is this proof way harder because it was harder.
Exactly right.
Okay, it was like harder.
Exactly. This one smells... Okay, guys, the 2018 smells way hotter. I would say spicier.
Yeah. Like I couldn't actually get under that in
It's
the amount of time I was given. It was
No.
too much pressure.
It's not about the time. It's 107.2, which is not high at all.
Oh.
This one's 112.
What?
I
Wait.
know. So, guys, consensus on the nose between us is that the 2021 beats the crap out of the 2018.
Yeah.
Because even you said, I love that on the nose.
I couldn't get...
The 2018 smells like a... There's a little of that funky mustiness to this.
It's just hot.
But it's just hot cinnamon.
Yeah.
It smells like a young wild turkey product.
The whole cinnamon triangle.
It is.
I can't.
It's just a cinnamon brick.
Yeah.
But not aromatic cinnamon. But, okay, it smells... Actually, you know what that smells like? Sweaty sock. Do you get that little musty thing?
Yeah, there's something. I don't actually like it.
Is it corked? You know what? That might be corked.
It doesn't smell good.
It doesn't smell good.
Maybe we have a bad bottle.
I don't know.
Oh my god, are you about to give
smells
everyone
like wet
samples of a cork bottle?
Okay, whoever gets samples of this might be corked.
Let us know.
I don't think if it's corked, it's minor.
But
the difference is so... Okay.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
So the 2018 Michter's Barrel Strength Bourbon smells like a cheap, young, wild turkey product with a little weird mustiness in the background, like sweaty sock. And the 2021, which I'll pour for you.
Thank you.
This is the clear winner, at least on the nose, but I think it's going to be on the palate too.
Thank you.
The 2021 smells like a Brown-Forman product, and it very well, people have said some of the Michters could be Brown-Forman sourced. I have no idea. This smells like that kind of rich cherry, very fruity Brown-Forman Old Forester thing. Do you get all that? Like real fruitiness? I mean, it's a little hot too, but it's super fruity.
It is. There's like banana in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
Which would be Brown-Forman. It makes sense.
Oh, yeah, it would.
That is so good. The 2021 Barrel Strength Bourbon is incredible. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Yeah. And the back end, do you taste the coffee? It's like Signet. on the back end.
I love Signet. Can I have some Signet?
If you want some.
No, it's okay. This actually
This
tastes
sucks, dude. This 2018 on the nose.
I know.
I cannot believe that. All right, I would taste it. It's a hot mess.
Do you think it is corked? Can you tell if something's corked? Like, you can tell if it's really corked. But
If
can
it's
you tell
really
if it's
corked,
like,
but this is maybe I don't know. I don't think it is. I just think this is. Okay, I'm gonna. Casey smells like inner. Alejandro, of course, yeah, I should state this disclaimer. These are all single barrels, 100% barrel dependent. So put that out there. Thank you for making that clear. Yeah, I should have said that ahead of time. Mark says the cafe mocha note in Signet blew my mind the first time I had it. Yeah, us too. I think it was just like, and especially we had it pretty early on, and it was a shock. Like that, you could have that taste, you know.
I just got sad because they color it, don't they?
They color
like
it. Yeah.
Why? They just don't.
Here we go. I've had both. I like the 21 better. The 18 was much lighter. Definitely younger. Yes, that's exactly it. So what I'm curious about is if these, I don't know if these are Michter's distillate. I can't imagine the 2018 is. I would imagine they were sourced. Whatever the case may be, the 21, if they are the exact same distillate, feels, sorry.
You're just talking through them.
Talking through the bourbon, the belches. Guys, I puked in my mouth the other day. I got some mean reflux. And she was there, and I had to hold it in my mouth and run to the bathroom and let it out. I mean, it was not a good time.
It was a good time for me. I thought it was funny.
Good Lord. Look at this. Oh, yeah, the sniffing each other's inner elbows mating ritual.
It worked before.
And they say chivalry is dead.
You showered too recently, though.
I did. It's like, it's cypress and cedar according to Method Men body soap.
That's all I could smell.
That cypress and cedar weenus.
Nice.
Now, how did the word weenus come to be for the elbow? Is that really what it? That's no way that it's called weenus, right? Like, that's not a technical term, is it?
I don't know why you're asking me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Hang on.
Are you Googling it?
Of course.
I didn't know you could Google while you were on the live stream. It's a slang word.
It's a slang word. Weenus with a W-E-E-N-E-U-S, or weenus with an I, or weenus with one E, is a slang word for the excess or loose skin at the joint of one's elbow, which is technically referred to as olecranal skin. Olecranal. Okay. Olecranal. It's, what is a weenus and flagina, says Google. I can't. The webbing between your thumb and forefinger? That's a flagina? I'm 10 years old.
I used to know so many things, and I've forgotten them, and now I'm just getting dumber with the stuff I am learning. So
I can't believe that's a real thing. Even if it's slang. Who came up with that?
Well, it said, didn't it?
What is the plural for weenus? Guys, these are the suggested Google questions. Weenuses.
That should have been obvious.
Weenie. It could have been weenie.
No, it wasn't going to be weenie.
It could have been.
No.
What is the real name for weenus elbow?
Cubitus?
Well, that's for the actual well, okay.
Okay. This is not an anatomy class. We get off of here.
All right. Weenie. Thank you, Jeb. Thank you. It could be weenie.
I would read that as weenie.
Christine says, I remember something called a woweenus. I can't.
A woweenus. Wait, look that one up. I want to see what that one is.
Look, now you're interested.
I know. Well, that one's funny.
Hang on, we get the same response. Wait, does it say... No. Search instead for woweenus. There is literally one result on Google from a German website called Digital Sammlungen. Yeah. Called Schminke 448. It looks like a research paper. I don't know if I should click this. Oh, it's like an old
It's
text.
in German. I can't read that. I don't know what that said. That's a lot, though.
That is a lot.
That's legit.
Christine, I'll share my screen and show you that this is the only thing. Now we're really off the deep end. I don't know why 117 people are still here right now. I'm so sorry to all of you. This is what came up for Woweenus, Christine. This is the only Google entry. So if anyone wants to take a crack at the 95 theses here on my screen.
Where did she hear that? It's intense.
Come
Was
on,
she
you
a part
didn't
of a
even
cult at
appreciate
any
the
point?
Martin
Like-
Luther deep cut that I just 95
Sorry,
theses?
I was okay.
Nailed to the door. I'm sorry.
I get it. I get it.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just was proud of that
You know
one.
what? I'm just.
I'm sorry. I'm very apologetic tonight.
You always are on these streams. It's so funny.
2018 is not very good.
No, it's gross. I don't like it. I actually feel bad that people are getting samples. Of that.
If you get this sample comparison, please blind them. You know, like go into it with a clean slate, and that'll maybe be more fun. But it'll be very obvious which one the 2021 is. Thank you, Bayou Drams. Thank you. Getting in with my 95 Theses reference.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
You know.
Sorry.
Some of us just weren't paying attention to you.
I know. That's normal. When I start ranting, I feel like people just start drinking their whiskey and
We
typing in the
check
chat.
out.
Yeah, I know. I know. All right. Well, I'm going to be done with that
Oh wait,
comparison.
Christine remembered.
I remember the Woweenus is... All right. Yeah.
That's actually funny because when I was in Australia, they told me the word fanny was a woman's front bum. That's how it was explained to me. Because that's a bad word over there.
Okay. So fanny pack.
Yeah, like they don't call it that.
Well, that actually kind of makes sense then.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
That's not great.
But-
Well, are you supposed to wear a fanny pack on your front or your back? That would be the determining factor. Is it supposed to be here or here? Because this is our
now
fanny.
People wear it.
I know, I got one, but
Now it's
this is
trendy.
the fanny, but this is Australian fanny. So what's the real place to wear the fanny pack? Front
I
or
don't know.
back?
You could just start your own bag line called the Woweenus. What was it called?
The Woweenus pack.
Woweenus pack. Just do that.
Or the Weenus pack, which could be an elbow-worn sling bag. Very effective in the field.
This is stupid. We'll go back to the bourbon.
Look, Christine, Travis, man, you guys are killing it. Just read the chat, okay? This is getting deep, in not a great way.
I know.
I'm sorry for anybody in here.
I ruined
From my day job, I'm sorry.
I got like yelled at when I said that word there because I didn't know it was bad.
I'm gonna keep sipping this 2018 and hope it gets better.
Oh no, just don't do that.
It actually has gotten a little better, but still not great.
Has it though?
All right, last comparison of the night.
Look at their cute little belts.
Isn't it pretty cool?
Yeah.
And you can take them off. And they come in these. They come in these little tins.
Aw.
It's a pretty decent presentation. They're very flimsy.
Oh.
Like, it's actually cardboard.
Yeah, I would have preferred.
But the inside actually has, like, the map on it, which is kind of cool.
Cool that you can't see because it's inside.
Excuse me. I had to let that one out.
Yeah. You
All right,
did.
let's get these out of here. Oh, there it is. Look, that's what was in the table in there to keep that from moving. It's a little folded up black note card, like a little piece I pulled off of it.
This is a cheap table.
Oh, it's horrible.
Why are you using this table?
But it's the only thing that worked in the room. Like
it's the only one that fits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
this
a lot
is
of
a tiny
reasons for
room.
this.
One day we'll expand.
How did I even work this in here? I mean, this is pretty
I don't know.
wild. Actually, there we go. Look at that. I mean, I'll fix this later, but at least I can stop knocking
He's
into
so
it.
handy.
I'm good with note cards,
It's true,
not
actually.
wrenches.
I had a flat tire during the week, and he did totally come and save me from that.
Flat tire, right here. You know, I'm saving her. Weenus and Whiskey podcast name. That's actually a pretty funny name.
Yeah, darn it.
You hear that, Matt? Are you here, Matt?
weenus in whiskey.
Okay.
That should be your podcast name.
It's not terrible.
No, I really like it.
I gotta shift around, sorry. I'm trying to make room. This has got to stay on the table. This can go away. Okay. So guys, we've had over 100 people in here almost the entire night. This is insane. For those of you who are hanging out still, thank you. I can't believe you're still here. I very much appreciate it. Please do the YouTuber thing, hit the like button. And if you're watching the replay as well right now, in the future, thank you for that. Matt's here. Wow.
You have been like, do you normally do this through all of your live streams?
Well,
oh my God.
If I eat right beforehand, I'm doing this, and I've took Pepsid.
Ooh, man.
Jesus Christ, Jeff.
That's such a good one.
Who's the weenus
So
and who is
fun.
the whiskey?
So clever.
Oh God.
You have like such a smart group of people.
What do you think? Well, you shouldn't say whiskey drinkers are dumb.
No,
What are
I'm
you
just,
saying?
I'm like, no, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, I think they're like extra intelligent, actually.
That's insulting. I'm insulted.
It's not insulting. I think they have a high level of intelligence. I just think you guys are very smart.
Hollywood says we're here for the hot wife with small hands. I know.
Ooh.
That's why we use her sparingly. We have to make it a
I should
low
not be
supply, high demand, you know? That's what she tells me, at least.
Only hands.
Isn't that right, Matt? Anyways.
Yeah.
Hi, Lucy.
Oh my God, she's so mad. Look at her face.
She's not happy. Jason, you guys are surprisingly not dumb.
That's not, I didn't say it that way.
We
That's
gotta
not-
put it on a t-shirt. It's our first
no, I'm
t-shirt.
saying, you guys are witty. You're dropping all these like, ooh, 95 thesis.
100%.
I like know exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
Bayou Drams, listen, you're getting real saucy in the chat. You better stop that. Also, maybe. 100% pure mustard. Yeah, don't ask. Just stick around. No, I haven't taken a potty break, Matt. Oh my God, bro.
Do you normally have to do that?
Every once in a while. I think last week I did. I was 2 hours in though, and they said, and Jeb said,
2
go for
hours?
another hour, and I said, I gotta
How
go
long?
pee.
Oh
It was a
my-
3.5 hour stream.
Yeah. I would have needed to. take
Lucy,
that.
shut your face, dude.
Be nice to her. She just gave you the death stare
She's actually. You want to slow blink at me? Oh, see, she loves me.
from a distance.
It's just very bright in here. She's blinking because it's bright.
That's probably what it is.
All right. So, let me go real quick rant. No,
No,
it's not
do
rant.
it.
It's not
Go.
rant.
Yeah.
Explanation.
Do your thing.
Jeb, you don't know.
What?
Just pissing a bottle like shook. We can't Lucy cameo mark because if I try to pick her up, she'll scratch my face off, and these tiny hands don't support a 17-pound cat.
She's like 18 pounds.
All right.
She's a little overweight.
Last comparison of the night. Going to be two different Hardin's Creek expressions, the two most recent. This year they're going to release 3 Hardin's Creek products, all 17 years old. They have the Clermont, which is on your left, Frankfort on your right, and then the last one to be released, probably in the next month or so, I don't exactly know when it's going to come out, is the Boston. Lucy, stop.
I don't know if they can hear her.
I know they can hear her.
They can hear.
Hey.
It's okay.
You gotta be quiet in here.
I know. It's time for her night-night treats. So,
Yeah.
she's a little.
Okay. I love the chastity belts on the Hardin Creek stoppers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically. So these are both 17-year-old bourbons with the Jim Beam mash bill. I want to say that's 771310. Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. And these are all the same exact stuff laid down at the same time. You've probably heard this spiel before on live streams and videos. Laid down at 3 different locations on the Jim Beam campus, let's say, or 3 different of their sprawling locations that they have. So this is the Clermont, this is the Frankfort. They're both coming in at 110 proof. And I'll talk about Boston when I'm able to get a bottle when it gets released. I think media samples of all three have gone out, but that's not for people with 4,500 subscribers like me. So here we go. This is going to be Clermont first. Clermont, the first release of the year. Let me smell this. So, yeah. So this is basically 17-year-old Jim Beam.
Okay.
Or 17-year-old Knob Creek, but it's the Jim Beam mash bill. I think the Knob Creek mash bill is slightly different.
Okay, that makes sense.
But just slightly. Yeah, this smells amazing.
Yeah.
It smells like... What do you have in there?
Does it have a little... what are those called?
Bolo tie. It's got a little bolo tie. Yeah.
That's so funny. Okay, sorry. I'm drinking your
You're drinking 2021.
First, yeah.
Wow. So I love the Hardin's Creek Jacob's Well. I got a sample from somebody. I don't know. It may have been Daniel Patterson that sent me that sample. I'd have to go back and figure that out. I love the Jacob's Well. I do have a bottle of that now. That is 15 and 16 year blended Jim Beam products from two different mash bills, I think. Now these are both 17. The Clermont on the nose, it smells to me, the smell reminds me of Knob Creek 12, but like an advanced Knob Creek 12, right? The 18 year was a weird combination of super sweet aged oak, but also extremely bitter, leathery peanut funkiness. And I think the 18 was good, but it was kind of disjunct. The proof needed to be higher. There were a lot of complaints about the 18. This Hardin's Creek Clermont, what's the word? Assuage or assuage? Assuage? A-S-S-U-A-G-E? Assuage? It assuages your fears? Is that how you say that? I've never said it out loud.
I think I've only read it, so I don't know how to say it, actually. I think I've read it as
assuage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look, assuage.
See.
It assuages the fears that I had of this product from tasting Knob Creek 18. When you smell this, you realize you're in for something good. Oh, asswage, says Mike B.
There it is.
Assuage. Okay. There we go. I've never said that word out loud. I've just read it.
We're learning so much.
I said assuage.
Education. Sewage.
Asswage. Mike wins with asswage.
Yeah.
Man.
Correct.
This smells like a perfect aged Knob Creek product. Like the 12 year with a little more proof and just a little bit more age, and it doesn't go too much down the like bitter leather rickhouse funky oak note that you get from Knob Creek aged products. Even the 12 year is on the verge of being a little much on some of those notes. Wow, I am impressed. Oh my Jesus Lord.
I didn't want to taste it.
Did you get it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No. Ooh.
It's very good.
Yeah.
That is excellent.
It's still got that little like nutty thing. It doesn't
No,
bother you?
not in this. It's just
a little bit.
It's just on. No. I mean, it's there, but it doesn't bother me. Like it's on
Okay.
the verge of how it could bother me, but it's in the. It's integrated.
I know what pushes your buttons.
We know.
It's a little too much peanut.
That's very good. All right.
It is good, yeah.
The Clermont to me is like the best Knob Creek product I've ever had. So now let's go to. Blue says, I might not be ready for this AP bourbon stream. Asswage. That's not AP.
Big words.
Asswage is street talk.
Street. Woweenies.
Assuage is AP.
I already forget the word.
What?
Woweenies. What was it?
Weenus?
Woweenus?
Oh, woweenus.
A woweenus. Whatever.
A consummate perfection. So now on to the Frankfort, which is the more recent release. Same proof, same age, same everything. The only difference is where it was aged.
Can you tell me again where it was aged? Because I wasn't.
So these are just aged at different parts of like different warehouses for Jim Beam.
That's it.
That's what they're. So they just took, and I think they were all on the same 2 floors of their respective warehouses. Oh. So the whole idea was that you can just basically smell the terroir, and in this case, the terroir is where it was aged, not the grains that went into it.
Okay.
So the first one.
I didn't know terroir could expand to that. I thought
it doesn't
was like
really.
Okay.
It's kind of, but it's not exactly correct. Okay.
That's fun.
So Frankfort. I don't want to bias you, so smell that before I talk.
Okay.
Hang on.
Why didn't? No,
I got you. I got you.
Oh.
So Frankfurt is way spicier. Like remarkably spicier and less sweet. And less oaky on the nose. Do you agree? This is the first one, Clermont.
That's the Frankfurt? Mm-hmm. Then yes, I agree with that, yeah. This one was hotter, yeah.
Yeah. I don't like it as much on the nose. I like the sweetness of that.
I need more time with the hotter stuff on the nose because I feel like it takes me a minute to get like under the the heat. It's good. No insult.
Okay. You still have a little bit in there? Okay.
I do, yeah.
Do you want me to you want to pour it out?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to get you on the same page.
I took tomorrow off. I'm okay.
That's good in its own way. It's very spicy. That's actually kind of crazy that the only difference is where it was aged.
Is it a lot of burnt cherry and cinnamon triangles?
No, it's not. It's not cinnamon triangles. It's cinnamon pyramids.
Or pyramids. I'm sorry.
Man, that's crazy. It feels to me like you dumped rare breed in this. Like you took the first one, just dumped a little rare breed in it. Toshi, 3 Clermont, keep all of them, dude. That is amazing. Noah, hey, email me. I'm so glad you're here, dude. You won the giveaway last week. You were one of the winners, and I never got at least in my email, I looked for your name. I never got your information, so please email me. It's all packed up. drumsanddrams@gmail.com. Email me your address, please. On the floor here, your box is packed up, ready to go in its FedEx shipper, and I can get this out tomorrow with a Sweetwater return of lav mics for a project that Sarah and I are working on for the channel. We won't talk about that. But please send me your email address. Your address in my email. Oh, what's up? Faith's here. Came here to say Josh thought Sarah's hands were really that tiny.
That's sweet.
Jeb says, still wondering if Toshi has been able to source a liver at retail to bunker. Whiskey jokes. Jeb, you were trying to figure out whiskey drinkers earlier, bourbon drinkers, and now here you are cracking these jokes, dude. Jeb is a wine guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he says that he thinks this whole terroir thing is gimmicky. It is, but I kind of like the gimmick. Because you don't get to do this very often. Like, Jeb, the other thing that would be interesting would be to age everything in the same part of the same rickhouse, but have different either mash bills or the same mash bill with different grains to do another kind of horizontal comparison that way. Because this is interesting, but once you get to 17 years, also you're talking so much oak influence that you kind of blast out the actual character of the distillation run. You know, you're just talking about how much oak influence has there been over 17 years at these given locations, as opposed to, you know, maybe an 8-year product with some other variables could maybe be a more interesting way of doing it.
Could I have some water?
Yes.
First. You can use my water bottle.
Well, we're good.
Okay. Thank you. Whoa, that was
perfect.
Look at
that. Come on.
Whoa.
Meniscus.
It doesn't count if I spit it everywhere afterwards.
Yeah, Mark, I appreciate this. Jeb, I think you're being a little negative, dude. That's all I'm gonna say, Mexican pizza boy. I think you're being a little negative.
Mexican pizzas are really good, though.
I could see the appeal. I could see it.
Can I have it?
More water?
Yes, please.
All right.
Thank you.
Look at that official Glencairn branding in the bottom of that mini glass.
Oh, really?
Huh.
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
You're being brave right now.
It's the liquid courage. Mike B, I had one sample of the Knob Creek 12-year cask strength, and it was unbelievably good. But on secondary, they're about 300 now, and I just can't bring myself to do that when I have 15-year store picks bunkered. I have these 17 years. I just can't bring myself to get one of those.
But who knows what else he has on the shelf that he bought forever ago that he didn't tell me about. Probably more horsies.
This is why I didn't want to bring her on the stream tonight.
Wait a minute.
Amy. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay. Amy, we've got 3 more super chats here. And thank you again for tracking this and keeping up with our shenaniganery. Jason Mounts is in for a $10 super chat. Jason Mounts in for a $10 super chat, Amy. 2 entries there. Thank you, Jason. William Molnar is in for a $100 super chat, Amy. William, thank you, man. You get 20 entries. Learned so much tonight. Anatomy, religious history, etymology, and booze. Just like high school all over again. And that is what we strive to do here on Drums and Drams, William Molnar.
Etymology, isn't that bugs?
No, that's entomology.
Oh, okay.
Etymology is the origin of words, I believe.
See, I'm too dumb to be here, man. Like, this is why I'm saying everybody's so smart.
Toshi Baker in for a $100 super chat, Amy, and he says another round. Toshi, Will, Jason, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Amy, we have a couple of PayPals also, and you may have already gotten tagged on these in the stream, but William Hall is in for a $10 super chat via PayPal. Thank you, William Hall. Brian Lepere is in for a $5 super chat, Amy. I will, Brian, Amy, just put him in like this. This is first name here. Bryon. Brian L. I'm not trying to dox anybody in the stream. Andrew Kelly is in for 10. Thank you, Andrew. And thank you all. Is that right? Andrew's name is appearing twice, but I think it's just once. Yes, it's just once.
Did you say which one of these you liked better?
Hang on. Did you mix them up? Well, I hope I can tell. Okay. They're in the same order.
Yeah,
okay.
No. But which one did you say? Did you say?
Which one what?
Did you like better?
This one.
Okay.
That's the sweeter, funkier, like oakier one,
It
and this
is.
one's the spicier one.
So I know. I thought I was gonna like that one better, which I do. I don't hate that. I don't know.
They're both good.
They are both good.
It's the exact same stuff.
Yeah, it is. But like that one has more.
This is sweeter to me.
Yeah. So it's weird. I don't know. I thought I would not like that one way more though.
Right.
Than I did. Like I actually like them both.
There's like a time and a place for me. Like it'd be a mood thing which one I chose.
Yeah.
They're both really good. There we go, Mark Vasco. Etymology words versus entomology insects.
There it is. Thank you.
Bayou Dram says the entertaining etymology of entomology endures everything. Look at that alliteration and assonance. Let's go. What?
I don't know. I
It's
feel like I used to just ask wage. I've just forgotten so much.
Andrew, you mentioned this weekend is an anniversary hike. Do you guys pack a flask? If yes, so
That's a good idea.
So here, Andrew. This right here in the aged or travel decanter. Let me test this again. We packed this on the way when we went to I almost said Chicago, Colorado. When we got married, we packed this aged or decanter, and I believe at the time we had High West Burai, 2017, which is my favorite Burai. The A batch of High West Borai from 2017 is the best. I've tasted 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, and 22. I don't think I've tasted until 2020 batch. I don't even know if they dumped that year. Now what's in here is John J. Bowman, a single barrel from 2019 that is an incredible single barrel, but the last time I tasted it, I felt like this rubber stopper influenced the whiskey.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Remember that?
Yeah. Which was such a bummer because I loved that one.
I may be crazy about this. No, it's rubber.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So...
Drain pour.
It could be, guys, how long I left this John J. Bowman in here, but the rubber stopper absolutely taints the whiskey in these Asian or travel decanters.
Yeah, don't.
If you don't just take it and drink it wherever you're going, you can't leave whiskey in this. It tastes like rubber. Yeah, that sucks.
You could put scotch in it.
But when we got married, we packed High West Borai, and to me, that is like the ultimate take on the trail whiskey because it's low proof. It's Park City, Utah. It all makes sense to me.
Can I have some of this one?
Look at this.
What?
249 entries.
Oh my gosh. Everybody loves you. Can I have
That
some
is
of
the
this?
craziest thing I have. I don't even know what to say. You want some of this?
Yeah, please. This one.
KCD. No. Aged Or actually just followed me on Instagram, but definitely not a sponsor because they got to get that travel decanter stuff together. They got to do something else with that topper. Because it ruined the best John J. Bowman I've ever had.
It did. I loved that bottle.
You
I'm
can,
so
like,
sad.
You take the front end of the whiskey is the same, and immediately when it starts to roll back, you just taste this weird rubber. Jeb, dude, you are. Look, dude, he
What?
is a spicy meatball.
What?
He's just killing us. Jeb, bro.
It's basically what it's like.
Damn, we just can't catch a break from this guy Jeb.
It's okay, I like it.
This Clermont, guys, Clermont, you know what it tastes like? Take one more sip of that.
It tastes like a burnt cherry.
No, it doesn't. Stop. Cinnamon triangles. Just take a sip.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate, hot chocolate powder. Hot Swiss Miss. Do you taste it? Right now, as you swallow it, Swiss Miss. Okay, never mind.
I mean, no, like, hold on.
should-
Have you had Swiss Miss though? Because like that stuff is gross. I understand what you're trying to say.
Oh my God!
This
We got this
This
bougie.
tastes like the legit hot chocolate that you would get
alright.
somewhere, not like that. Because that powder, it's
Do
so.
you know what I'm talking about? Hot chocolate.
Yes,
okay.
I do. I don't.
You know what hot
think
chocolate
what
is?
You're talking about is the problem.
There's actually a little more orange in the Frankfort, with the additional spice, additional kind of like caramelized orange notes.
Really?
Yeah.
Like under the. Okay.
It's on the palate for me mostly, but yes. Okay. Travis says, Cam, the A. Smith Bowman tour is probably my best distillery experience. They walked us around everywhere and everyone would answer any question we had. That's good to know. Thanks, Travis. I would love to go there.
Yeah, you know what? I do like that. They might be tied for me. I don't know.
Toshi, I used to drink Swiss Miss growing up. Tried it again a few years back. Sarah's right. It's not good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So at work at the Symphony, the stage crew, on there, they have like this little station, like, and every rehearsal that we have as a symphony, we take a 15-minute break, and we just kind of mingle and talk, and rest your hands or your mouth or whatever instrument you play. And there's a little station for coffee that they make, the stage crew guys, and the symphony can take from it too. But there's always like Folgers or Maxwell House, some sort of like crappy coffee, but you drink it because you need to have it. And then there's always Swiss Miss packets next to it. So if you want to make a little homemade mocha, you can do that. But if you do the whole Swiss Miss packet and the little styrofoam cup, it's like way too much chocolate. So you got to do half Swiss Miss packet into your styrofoam cup. Anyways, I hate that you guys are... God bless America. You guys are shitting on Swiss Miss, man. It's killing me. And I broke the table again.
Have you had it though recently? It's disgusting.
It's been about a year.
1 year? No, it's been longer than that.
No, because
I
just told you.
For longer.
I just told you at the orchestra you weren't listening to my rant.
Well, but you put it in like a mocha. You can't really.
Yeah,
tell.
you put it in a mocha.
Okay, if you have it just on its own, it just tastes like sugar powder.
Well, I don't drink it on its own.
You don't get like enough chocolate. It's not like that thick. Like I don't know if it's French or what it is, but like it's like you drink like chocolate cream. I don't know who does it, but
probably Jeb. Jeb has no taste. Sorry. I gotta be aggressive. I gotta be aggressive to Jeb.
You're so mad about that Mexican pizza.
No, dude, I'm mad at Jeb taking his he's shanking us right now through the internet.
That's the point of this, right?
Sarah's been watching this prison show.
Oh, I have.
The World's Toughest Prisons, on Netflix with do you know his name? Raphael
Rowe.
Raphael Rowe.
Yeah. It's an old show.
She's been watching this prison show, so that's when I thought about Shank. Sorry, I just bumped you. I shanked you.
It's okay. It's true, I have.
Wink, wink. Okay. What are we doing?
Oh yeah, the little dehydrated marshmallows are really good.
They are good.
It's like the Lucky Charms ones, basically. That's the best part.
Look at this. Mr. Jiggs is full bougie Ghirardelli hot chocolate.
I bet that stuff is good.
I bet that's amazing.
Yeah. If you make it with like actual cream though, like I don't know how to do any of this stuff, but I mean I've seen stuff on like Instagram or whatever. It looks amazing, but I'm not that person, so I'm very sorry about that. I will never cook for you.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Jeb, I wasn't shanking at all. I only know about Upper Arlington because an ex's family lived there. Yeesh. Dude, do not act innocent. Do not act innocent after how many months of aggression?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
I didn't know you were in a fight with your friend.
I'm not. Jeb, let's hang out, dude. Thanks for the wine.
Yeah, like looking down. You just got like so shy.
Jeb sent me some pretty awesome wines.
Yeah, he did.
Well, they were decent.
No, they were amazing.
No, the Burgundy that you sent, Jeb, was very good. Very, very good. We still haven't opened the Cabernet Franc, and then there was a Syrah that we opened, and I don't remember the other one. So I have to go back and look. What's up, Jay? Dude, why are you so late? What are you doing?
Are you still gonna taste the purple guy?
No, I tasted that. Well, I did the video, the Junkies video for it.
Oh yeah, is it a bear or is it a? What was it? I forget the animals.
It's like a ox or bull.
What was the other one? There was another.
It's back there. That is a bear.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw a bear somewhere.
Do you want? God bless America. I just brought the table.
Not yet. I have to finish this one.
At least this time the little note card thing is right here. Don't laugh. Who gave you permission to laugh? Oh, God bless America. Hit that like button if you haven't already. What's happening? All right. Let's get down to brass tacks here. Does anybody else love brass tacks? I think that phrase is hilarious. Amy, I'm going to send you a sample of the Bourbon Junkies Rye. With everything else that I'm going to send you, I will send you a sample of this rye. Amy is an automatic giveaway winner for tonight because of all of the things that she does for the community, and especially for all of the super chats that she is tracking for me right now and did last week and has done through the course of time. Thank you, Amy. And all the incredible samples and blind flights and everything else, and the ridiculous scotches that I have over there that I can't even talk about.
What?
All right, we're back. You want some of this? Oh, you're not ready yet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to make a blend. I'll just finish. Amy
is absolutely Whiskey Tube royalty.
Was she at the Pours in the Park?
No.
Oh.
I wish.
Well, I wasn't either. I want to try to go next year, though.
Oh, look, Jay. Jay's here now. Jay's doing a $5 Sorry, I met Jay at Pours in the Park. I can give him shit.
Okay.
Oh, he's here now. He's $5 super chat. Whiskey cheers.
So he obviously met you and knows that
Yes.
you like this. Okay.
No, Jay was one of the biggest hangs of Pours in the Park.
Oh, that's fun.
It was awesome. Squeaky squeak. Squeak squeaker, McSqueakin'. I gotta stop drinking this stuff. Hey guys, did you see the funny ass comments? I'm sorry. It's a lot of whiskey. On the video that I released for the Bourbon Junkies Bourbon and Rye, people saying that that the whiskey's colored. People saying that I won't say a bad. Hang on, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna just look it up and read it right now because I love it. I'm not salty.
I am. It was so dumb.
Oh look, we got a few more subscribers. Hang on, I gotta go to the comments section. Okay, let's get into the juiciness here.
You know what will get you more subscribers though? Is
What?
if you use tiny hands.
Maybe. Look, Casey says Cam's mean tweets. Yeah, maybe. Also, Jay, thank you for the $5 super chat, dude. Sorry to be mean. It was just fun to meet you and hang out. Oh, Christine says Diva Cam. Oh my God.
He is the biggest diva I've ever met in my life.
Good thing you get to spend the rest of your life with me, woman.
She's the second.
She's the
biggest
other.
diva.
She's the biggest diva. Come on.
I'm super chill, guys. Just so you know.
She's sad.
I know. Well, it's because she didn't get her treats. She's like hungry. It's
Can I pick you up?
Do you want to give her?
Are you gonna freak out?
Can you give her treats real fast? That's all she just wants fed. She doesn't want love. She just wants food.
I know.
This is dangerous.
This is a dangerous game we're playing.
It's
Hi.
okay.
Hi.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Hi.
Daddy's abusing you.
I'm not abusing her.
Poor
Oh,
thing.
look at her face. I'm watching her in the screen, so if she makes a sudden movement, it'll be a little delay for me, and then I'll get scratched.
It's okay. It's okay.
Aw, look at this kitty.
Just
No, she's
gonna get you.
Oh, don't hiss.
You're gonna
Don't hiss.
deserve it.
Don't hiss. Okay, go on. Go on. It's okay, we love you.
Do you want me to just go? I'll give her treats. I feel like I should. I'm covered in kitty
I'm
fur.
covered. What was I bitching about?
You were gonna read
Comments.
about the bourbon, yeah.
Okay. Do you want some of this? She's fine.
I'm still working.
She's fine.
Well, yeah, you traumatized her, so
She's fine.
it's gonna be a minute.
Lefty 31 says, Tank cat, holy shit.
I know. Thank you.
Jay,
She's huge.
did that cat eat another cat or two cats?
What was funny is the vet actually told us she really wasn't like overweight. She's just a huge cat.
She's just gigantic.
She's huge. She definitely has gained weight since though, so I would say now she is a little overweight.
Just made the PETA watch list.
We do have her on a diet. Cameron. This whole family's going on a diet starting tomorrow.
If anybody watching has any relationship to my day job, I am so sorry for what is happening right now.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I don't forget about
no.
that.
We need to be more professional.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
I was reading under my breath.
No, wait, you need to read your bourbon.
Okay.
junkies thing. That's what you were doing.
Hang on, Jeb, coming in hot. $10 super chat. Thank you, Jeb. Please give Amy half of my entries tonight. Thanks, says Jeb. Jeb, I'm going to take care of Amy separately, dude.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
King.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
What do I do about that?
Read your bourbon junkies thing.
Guys, I got a few more super chats in Venmo that I will get to here in just a second. Jesus, dude. I'm going to cry. I'm a little bitch.
I know. That's why you should read your bourbon junkies thing. Read that, because that'll make you mad.
Jay says, I like Tipsy Cam. Jay. Jay's also seen hungover Cam. I was like sunglasses on.
That's a different person.
Meandering through the park on Saturday. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Yeah. Okay. Actually, it's already shared, so I can just do this. So here, let's zoom in.
Yeah, because I can't see anything.
Here's a good one. Biggest problem with these reviews of Virtue Spirits. The release is so small that basically all the reviewers are fans and Patreon subscribers. Well, no shit, because the first barrels went to those people. No, totally biased reviews, no matter what the disclaimer is before talking about it. I did add a disclaimer before my review. At the end of the day, no one is going to be honest about the product of someone they follow and like unless it is absolutely terrible. Sorry, bourbon junkies. I'm sure the bottles are pretty good. I'm adding my own inflections. Sorry, guys. But I can't trust these reviews. Get some bottles over to Fred Minnick. I'll trust his marzipan reviews. He's Club Marzipan. It's his review club.
Ugh.
That's what he calls it.
Marzipan's gross.
I'll trust his marzipan reviews since he doesn't need validation from the Bourbon Junkies fans to build a following. Okay, so I just face-palmed on that reaction because I thought that was an adequate response, and then Aaron Atkins jumped in here. Okay. All right. So let's talk about that one. Can't discredit the fact that that review is going to gain me, it's actually gained me about 100 subscribers since posting that video 2 days ago. And some of them are probably Bourbon Junkies fans, so he's not wrong. That's going to help me build a following. Yeah, that's life, dude. The release is so small that basically all the reviewers are fans and Patreon subscribers. You're right, everybody that got that bottle went to Pours in the Park, so they're probably Bourbon Junkies fans. You can cry about it. It just kind of is what it is. It was single barrels. There were 4 single barrels, and one of them had 69 bottles. It's a small release. At the end of the day, no one's going to be honest about the product of someone they follow and like unless it's absolutely terrible. Let me tell you guys some single barrels, just publicly, that I didn't like that my friends picked. Okay? Bourbon Junkies Penelope pick. Didn't like it. Okay,
Sorry.
you calm down.
I did not like that one. I don't really like Penelope stuff. That's
Penelope
not
Junkies
on
pick.
Them. Yeah.
Didn't like it. Mash and Journey Penelope pick. Didn't like it.
Also bad.
Matt Porter's barrel pick. Subjectively, didn't like the distillate. I don't think it was Matt's palate, but I didn't like the pick. Plenty of Watershed and Middle West Spirits picks. Didn't like them. Some of my friends picked those. Matt's Apple Brandy version 1 pick from like 2 years ago. Didn't like it. I like a lot of Matt's picks. I like a lot of the Junkies picks. So I just wanted to publicly state that. That I will absolutely be honest in what I thought of those things. Matt's Whiskey King version 1. Loved it. His Jack pick. Loved it. Rare Character Rye. Very interesting. Liked that one a lot. Yeah. So I think, I'm always going to be... Oh, the Junkies Valentine's blend from Pours in the Park. The first Pours in the Park. I don't like it so much. Just saying.
I didn't know they did that.
But I just think it's interesting that I've never met Fred Minnick, and I watch some of his videos here and there. I have not a bad thing to say about Fred Minnick, but to say that anybody in the industry at all, and I don't consider myself in the industry, I'm just someone that makes YouTube videos, and I think a lot of us feel that way. Fred Minnick is like in the industry. He's a guy that's been doing this for decades. But to say that anybody ever is the bastion of truth or honesty or has the ability to be 100% unbiased, none of us are 100% unbiased. Nobody. We should all be able to agree to that. I'm not. The Junkies certainly aren't. I don't think any of us, you cannot be unbiased unless you're tasting something completely blind and you... Because here's the other thing. Sorry.
No, I'm...
Like... If I taste a whiskey, I can't tell you exactly where it comes from. If I'm 100% blind, if you're including every craft distillery ever in the world, but generally I can have a decent idea of where things are coming from. You would have to unlearn that knowledge of what certain profiles are, because you start tasting things and you start assigning profiles to certain things, even if they're not true, because of what your past experience is. There's no way you can be 100% unbiased. So to say get something to Fred Minnick for an unbiased opinion is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Because that's not true for Fred. It's not true for Matt. It's not true for any spirits taster ever. It's just not true. I don't believe that. Well, and James, and here's the deal. I watched this review. Fred has been begging makers for years. Most of the video was not about the makers. It was about how he begged for the makers product, right? He did a big portion of the video on that. He showed clips from the thing he did with Ron Samuels Jr. Not Ron Samuels. Sorry, Ron Samuels is a marimba maker. Bill Samuels Jr., excuse me. Not Ron Samuels. Getting my industries mixed up. But he, like, a lot of the video is dedicated to the fact that he has been begging makers for an aged product, and then he got it, and he loved it. And I will be curious to see how it fares for him in a blind tasting. Absolutely. But you can't trust no one can be 100% unbiased. It's just the reality of what we're doing. Because you start learning profiles. If I taste something and I think it's Heaven Hill, I can't get it out of my mind, I do my best to get it out of my mind. But if I really like it, and I think it's Old Heaven Hill, I probably like it a little bit more. It just is what it is. But I have no shame in telling Matt or Dan or Sean or Jason or anyone else, like, hey, I didn't really like that pick. It's no skin off their back. And they probably did the best they could with the barrel samples they were given in the moment. And sometimes that's only 3, and you got to choose one, and you do it. All right, guys. That's all.
Is it? Was that it?
We're done.
Oh, okay.
We're done.
I thought there was
No,
another
I'm kidding.
one.
Oh, there is one more comment.
Yeah, that's what I.
Okay, all right.
That's what I was talking about.
All right, one more comment, guys. One more mean tweet. Hang on, let's scroll down on this.
Was it a tweet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Mean tweets is like a celebrities read mean tweets.
I get it.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I just didn't know if it was actually like on Twitter.
I gotta. Where is this? Hang on. Sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy.
This was the first one you showed me.
Here we go.
Yes.
How do we know that artificial coloring wasn't added? Seems odd for a 7-year MGP to be that dark. So I listen. We'll take this off the screen real quick. I'll take this off as well. Read the chat real quick. What's up, John Cloud? Good to see your name, man. CH, no, regular content's back. Jack Daniel's 12 reviews dropping Saturday, and I just dropped a very first review of the Bourbon Junkies Virtue Spirits Single Barrel Rye and Single Barrel Bourbon #1. I dropped that about 72 hours ago, I would say, 3 days ago. Thank you, Casey. But you don't need more of my rants. They're too plentiful at this point. John Cloud, who is the pretty lady with the unusually small hands? That's my wife.
Hi. Sorry.
Oh, do you want some? Oh, you still working
No,
on that?
I still, yeah.
Still
Sorry.
working?
You gave me you filled it up pretty high.
Guys, what was it? Oh, when I get hater comments on videos, most of the time, like a lot of the time I won't respond. But if I choose to respond to a hater comment, I try to do it in a way that's never a personal attack. And I try to like completely dismantle them in the most polite way possible. And I try to use I try to say things in excess to be almost like over the top because it's funny to me personally to make those kind of like over the top comments.
To assuage them.
Assuage. Assuage.
Assuage them.
To assuage their fears. Okay. Harrison Giuliano. Well, I just got here and am confused, but also somehow it makes sense.
Yeah.
Jay, everyone said that all night. Dude, you're just late and you're saying comments that everyone else has already said tonight. So what are you doing? All right, so here we go. Let's get into this. How do we know artificial coloring wasn't added? Seems odd for a 7-year MGP to be that dark. I'm trying to make this a little bigger here. I said, okay, well now it's not fitting on the page. Why is that not?
I know you
Okay.
can see the background. It's so embarrassing.
If it's labeled straight rye, then no coloring can be added, plus the junkies wouldn't do something like that. There's no upside for a release of only 69 bottles from one barrel to be colored. After tasting it, it's clear that it's legit, but it's one hell of a crazy barrel. I've had this experience from other distilleries, but they're so few and far between that I feel lucky to own a full bottle of something like this. The junkies are even luckier to have gotten this as one of their initial barrels. So that's what I said. And this is true. Like, this barrel from Virtue Spirits, this is a crazy barrel. The whiskey truly looks like coffee. It looks like Old Granddad from the 80s, that ruby tint to it. But I've tasted stuff drawn straight out of a Heaven Hill barrel that's a honey barrel that never got released, that people just took bottles of and that was the end of the story. I've tasted stuff from those types of barrels that are equally as crazy as this. It's a very rare phenomenon, but it happens that you get these wild barrels. And CH, I know you deal with trolls. At this point, I'm just making light of it. So, anyways, I'm just trying to say, like, oh, you know, it's one hell of a barrel. And this person then ends up saying, I mean, the clear upside is you praising the brand, to be fair. So that's when I go off. And I'll just read this, and then we'll let this go. But I said, look, if this person wants to believe that I'm praising it and it's colored and that's the upside and all this bullshit, this is what I said. I am likely not going to be able to sway you away from this idea if it's something you're really committing to, because I have as little proof to the contrary as you do in your assumption, so it's best that we leave it there. He has no proof it's colored, I have no proof it's not. I say, I had offered to send you a sample of that so you two could taste it and understand why the flavor profile is in alignment with a whiskey this dark, as opposed to a normal tasting whiskey with an altered color. But this is a one-of-a-kind kind of bottle, and I can't be as generous with sharing it as I normally would with others. If you really believe the junkies are messing with this, and or that I wouldn't be able to recognize an inconsistency from flavor to color, then I would just say this: that calls into question who the junkies are as people, and I can say that they're stand-up guys, and it also calls into question my tasting abilities, which that's fair to absolutely call that into question. But if you followed my channel and my blind flights and reviews, I would say they demonstrate a certain level of accuracy that's at least enough to detect something like this, though is clearly flawed in other ways. So always try to take these trolls down with a little bit of like class, but being candorous. But you know, this stuff is hilarious. The junkies didn't color this barrel. You taste the whiskey, it tastes like friggin' root beer, and it's a 95.5 rye. It just cracks me up, so. Lucy, listen to you. Come here. You want to come here? Okay, never mind. Well, that'll get her out of here at least.
I also do not think that they colored it. However, if they had like wanted to, what would they have had to do?
Just
Like,
ask Good Times.
But then what do? Do they like take some food
No, they
coloring
don't. They
or
don't
just,
color
like,
it. They just flavor it. But
don't-
allegedly, no lawsuits. Allegedly.
Okay. But how do they even do that? I don't even get it.
You just open the bung hole and drop some stuff in, probably. I mean, you want the technical terms.
I do.
Do you want some of this, or are you done?
Well, I need some water first, but
Okay.
then I do want to try that.
Okay. Casey says, I hear soy sauce works well to color whiskey. Sorry, you probably need more than that.
Soy sauce. I've heard that was so long ago.
That was a long time
I don't
ago.
know why I was spitting.
Yeah, Jeb, I'm trying, man. Try to add a lot of things in there, you know? A little too much, and that's the point. Tom Harper, I love this comment. If you want to be a man of the people, stop using the proper form of there, and there. That's strike number 1 to most people. I love that.
It's too hard because everyone here knows those.
Harrison Giuliano, did the junkie say where the barrel was from in the original Rickhouse? I don't know. I think they know that, and they may have actually said that in conversation with me at some point, and with others around too, but I can't remember. You want some or more water?
I need another water shot first. It cooled off in here, which is nice.
Oh, shit!
It's okay. It's all right.
It's on the keyboard.
No, it's not.
Hang on, guys.
On it a little bit.
Okay, I just don't want to press a lot of buttons. So I'm trying to dry it off with my gentle touch. This is why we keep paper towels within arm's reach. What, woman? What did I say?
My gentle touch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, it got me. Is it
What's
okay?
happening? I think it's probably okay.
Okay, good. I know how much that keyboard means to you.
Tom, bro, I love that comment. I love it.
Whew.
Oh, God. Okay, there's 122 people in here still.
Oh, yay.
Look,
sorry, I was
look
so
at you
thirsty.
bringing your milkshakes are bringing all the boys to the yard.
It's not me. No, I think it's because you went off on the the bourbon junkies. I think the people who are being turds about it.
Okay, hang on.
Can I have?
Yes.
Now I want the.
Amy, we have 2 more super chats in Venmo to talk about. Christine Vasco is in for $50.
Just a teeny. Yeah, that's good.
In for 50. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, guys. Cheers and happy anniversary. Cheers to that. Thank you, Christine.
Ooh.
And Joe W is in for 20, Amy. Thank you, Joe. Cheers to you and Christine. This is so good.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. I actually haven't tasted it yet.
Guys, we're going to cut the giveaway off at 10:30 Eastern. So we have about 7.5 minutes. That's a long time, but if I say it's in 90 seconds, then we get giveaway entries in for the next 5 minutes. So I'm going to give you enough time. If you want to get in, final option to get in on the giveaway. We are going to do 3 sample packs now because the turnout has been so insane. I think it's only right that we do 3 of these sample packs tonight. There are a lot of giveaway entries. We will confirm all of them at the end of this stream before we draw. I'll put it on the screen, and you have a chance to confirm. If you do not raise an issue, and there is an issue, I can't help you. We've done the best we can tonight. Amy's an absolute killer behind the scenes doing this, and we do give you the opportunity to look at your name and check your entries. So if there isn't an issue, we will roll that over into next week, I guess. But I think, it's on you to raise those issues. We will roll those over if there are any. But I can't send extra sample packs of this particular flight out to people that may have been missed on on a different entry or something. So we try to do it as fair as we can. Amy, $20 super chat. $20 super chat. So 4 entries.
Ooh.
For Joe.
Can I see the bottle again?
Johnny, gentle touch, then he whips out the paper towels.
It's a signature move. Okay. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Jesus
Sorry.
Christ. They're Kleenex, woman.
Okay. I'm gonna stay down here now.
Sorry, guys. I keep saying woman. That's kind of an inside joke. I'm not abusing her live on stream.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
promise.
Not. He's not.
I told her to say it's not abuse.
Yeah, I've been trained in what to say.
And Amy, thank you for this. It's actually going to be 3 sample packs, guys, not 2. 3 sample packs. It's going to wrap up at 10:30. Then we're going to do the drawing. I'll stay on for a few more minutes afterwards and just kind of debrief, get into the weeds, whatever. But we have 120 in here, which I cannot believe. Thank you all so much for being here. And last call, please hit that like button if you haven't already. Just a quick reminder. Amy, let me check PayPal. I think we're good on the old PayPals. Most people do the old, the Venmos. Okay. Okay. So yeah, last call on the giveaway. 3 epic Blantons, including 2 French Blantons, Clermont and Frankfort Hardin's Creek, Michter's Barrel Strength Rye 2016, Toasted Barrel Rye 2017, Barrel Strength Bourbon 2018 and 2021, and the Bourbon Junkies Virtue Spirits Rye Single Barrel number 1, only 69 bottles. 3 winners, each getting 10 1-ounce samples of all of the things on the table right now, except for this Middle West, which is not in the conversation. These 10 spirits. So there you go. Each entry is $5, and we will run a randomizer. I'll share my screen, 100% above board. You'll see exactly what's going on, and you will see all your entries and have a chance to have us correct them if we were wrong. We will do our best, of course. No, Hollywood. It's it was a $20 super chat from Joe, which is 4 entries. So there we go. Awesome stream, dude.
See, you just need to have tiny hands and then.
No, I need you. You're my crutch.
No, I have to go to bed.
I know.
This is way past my bedtime. But I have extra little hands.
Amy Travis R coming in with a $5 super chat on Venmo says all the tips from Cam. Ding dong. Thank you, Travis.
Are you like this at the end of all of your streams?
Well, clearly you don't watch them, so you don't know.
I go to bed
I'm just
early.
kidding. I'm just kidding. James Lay, Amy, in for $10. Happy anniversary, you guys. Cheers. Here's a bit more for the small hands. Thank you, James.
Oh, that's so nice.
A couple more super chats coming in here. Your Huckleberry for 10. What the heck, worth trying. Cheers, Cam. Cheers to you. Thanks, man. And Hollywood is in for 4. All right. Andrew Surfling's got to get up at 5. Damn. Well, thanks for sticking this out, man.
Yeah. Go to bed.
All right, we're going to close it up at 10:30, so we got about 2.5 minutes left. And that is not trying to pressure you into getting in. It's just letting you know when it cuts off. The generosity tonight has already been through the roof, and I can't say enough about it.
Jay knows you really well now.
Well, I'm always like, I'm always asking myself, like, why are people here? And I'm not kidding. Like, I don't say that facetiously. Like, what are people doing here?
You just sewaged them.
I've ass waged them into being here. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. It's fun.
It is fun. I'm gonna grab a sample that Sam Wham, who was in the chat way earlier, just popping in and saying hello. She sent me a lot of these chinkapin oak finished products, as well as a blind flight that I'll probably do next week on the stream. I'm gonna grab one of those chinkapin oak samples, probably one of the Heaven Hill Select stocks, and I'll end my night with that. Why are you doing that? What are you doing?
It was open.
All right.
I was seeing if I didn't know if it would tickle you or not.
It just annoyed me.
Yeah, well, figured it was worth a shot.
No, it was. Okay, what do we got here? So we have Heaven Hill Select Stock 8-year rye, finished 2 years in chinkapin oak, 110 proof. So 8-year rye with another 2 years. And then we have Heaven Hill Select Stock 13-year bourbon with another 2 years in chinkapin oak. Let's do that one.
What's chinkapin oak?
Chinkapin oak is...
Sounds like a chickpea in a
I don't
tree.
know, man. Like, someone described it last week. It's an oak found in America that I guess people really... Like, it's really high-quality stuff, but it's not often used. So I don't know what the flavor profile is of it. The Shanks... No, the Bombergers, I think, was chinkapin oak, maybe. But we didn't taste that tonight. Okay. That smells good. Chicken pen oak, says Casey.
That's what it sounds like.
Chinkapin. It's kind of fun to say. Incorrect.
Sometimes you say things like so fast, I don't know all the ingredients.
And the giveaway is done. Thank you all so much. So before I taste, nose or taste any more of this chinkapin oak stuff, let's do this giveaway. So Amy, give me just a second. I will jump into that. I'll jump into that document.
Do this through a spreadsheet?
Yeah, she tracks it all here.
Oh my god.
Okay. Wow, it's even too much for one page. So let's go down to like 88%. It's still not good enough. 83.
You're not gonna be able to read it. It's gonna be too tiny.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I hope people on the other end can read this. So we just gotta go there. Boom. All right, guys. So here's the dealio. Yeah, that's small. We're gonna close the banner down. Will it get bigger if I do this in a little bit? Okay, let's zoom in just a smidgen. Let's go 86%. No, we can go bigger than that. 91. All right. So guys, let me run this down one more time. I do this every week that we do a giveaway. On the left is your name. Okay? Just next to it is the number of entries for that super chat. Every super chat is grouped individually. So if your name is on, if you did a $2 or a $10 2 entry, and then you did a $50 10 entry later, those are going to be 2 separate entries on the left side with your name. So if you say like, oh, I had 10 entries, I only see 5. Did you do 2 $25 super chats in 2 different locations? Then it's going to be on here. Check your name and next to it the number of entries, which multiplied by 5 would be your dollar amount. That auto generates onto this right side, and look at how many ridiculous, I mean, this is insane. This is the most entries I've ever had in a giveaway. So we're gonna do 3 winners tonight, which is still not enough to say thank you to all of you, but it's the best I can do with the bottles that we have this evening. So thank you. Check your name, please. And you have until, the next couple minutes, let's just say, to check, confirm with me. We can go back and look at it. But I want to make sure before we spin this randomizer 7 times on random.org and the top 3 people win, no duplicate winners. We'll roll down to the next one. 7 spins. Before we do that, I want to make sure everything is as accurate as possible. If you can't see it, I'll do the first half and the second half, but that's going to make it a little more challenging for you to confirm if you've entered multiple times. Okay. Andrew Kelly, did you get, Amy's got it. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, Amy, sorry, I need to be more clear when I call that out. So that this is good for the next time that we do this. Toshi, I think my first entry has too many. Oh yeah, 50. It would be that would have been a $50 super chat, Amy. Oh. Okay, Toshi. You got it, Toshi. You got it. You got it. 100 and 100 from Toshi. Yeah. Cool. So there we go. You guys can take a look at this. In the meantime,
what do you drink? I don't know.
This is 13, basically 13-year Elijah Craig barrel proof. But then 2 more years in chinkapin oak.
Oh, this was the sample. Okay.
Yeah.
So chimpikanoki.
Anybody else have any complaints or questions about the spreadsheet keeping? Again, if you're not here to confirm it, I do apologize. We'll try to do our best to roll you over to next week if there's a missing super chat or anything like that. But tonight was way more than I could have imagined in terms of super chats. So yeah, I don't even know. Do you want some of this or something else?
No, I need water.
Was that the Virtue Spirits? Oh my lord, don't pour.
I'm not done with it. I just need water. I was gonna.
Well, I can give you water in a different vessel.
I was just gonna drink. I need you to put that back where I can pick it up.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I was about to be like,
Thank you.
Oh my god, don't waste that.
I'm not
Please.
wasting it. I just needed hydration.
All right, guys, I think we're good to go. I haven't heard anything else in the chat. Copper Wolf. Did Copper Wolf get into the giveaway? Did I miss that? Copper Wolf? Thank you guys for bearing with us. but we want to get it right. Copper Wolf said he was in for 4.
You send it in there.
I don't know. I don't see it. So Art Sanchez, Sam Wham, Austin. I'm scrolling up. All right, I'll go all the way back down. Okay, Amy got it. Okay. Cool. Let's spin this thing. Thank you all so much. Seriously. Oh, jeez. List randomizer. And we have a rollover from last week. In there as well. 2 entries. All right, guys. 7 spins of this absolutely insane list of people supporting the channel and getting in on this giveaway. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 1, 2, gotta scroll down very far. 3, 4, 5, 6, and here we go. Andrew, you were in first, bro, on number 6. Boom. Wow, Copper Wolf. You did it. You did it. Paul P., Copper Wolf, and your Huckleberry. There we go. Andrew, Toshi, Andrew after that. Andrew, I'm going to email you back. Okay. Andrew, let's see. Congrats, you guys. Hollywood says, what's the point of random numbers if you go by name? I don't quite understand the question. It's everybody that gets entered in the order of their super chats with the number of their super chats. And then we have to randomize it from there. And then I just do 7 spins because lucky number 7. We could just do 1 spin because it's a randomizer. But I just do 7 because it adds anticipation and it's a lucky number. So that's pretty much it. There's not a lot of thought behind that one. Congrats, you guys. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. I'm going to have this last sip of this chinkapin oak. We still have 109 in here after 2.5 hours, and I cannot believe that. Let's see. I'm trying to.
What are you doing?
Just hang on.
One day you'll do this with tiny hands. They'll love it. You'll see.
Sorry. Don't laugh.
No, I'm sorry.
I had to.
I
had to send that so that I didn't forget to send that.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, your Huckleberry. So here's what we're gonna do. Email me. Sorry guys, spacing out. drumsanddrams@gmail.com. Send me an email with your night. Your night. It's been a rough.
Send us your night.
Send us your night. It's been a rough night.
Send us
Send your name and address. I know who won tonight, so let me know that you won. Name and address. I'll get these samples out to you. And probably safest to say by Monday. Travis, that's not going to be a rule. I'm going to use whatever glasses I want. Good night, everybody that has to jump off right now. I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes. But good night to those that have to jump off. Oh, okay. It's 10:40.
I know. I have to jump off. I'm so tired.
I meant to order the Bakersfield, so I really messed this
You
up.
forgot to order your tacos? Are they still open?
No.
Oh no.
They're not.
Guess you have to order another Mexican pizza from Taco Bell.
I won't. It'll make me shit everywhere.
I mean, you were going to do that, right? Can I have my water bottle?
Yes.
Because I do have to go to bed, for
All
real.
right. Love you.
Okay. Love you.
All right. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
You good?
Cool. Yes.
All
Bye.
right. Good night. All right, guys. Now we're going to get down to business. Just kidding. All right. Thank you all for the anniversary wishes. Yeah, anniversary's on Saturday. Alrighty. The night is still young, says Andrew. I don't know about young, but I gotta eat after this, man. So my plan was to order, there's a taco joint close to my house that's not Taco Bell, Jeb, if you're still here. But they close at 10:30 on DoorDash, and so you gotta order around like 10:20 to get your last call in. And I meant to do that while I was on stream. I even talked to Sarah about it beforehand. I'm like, we'll probably be on kind of late. I need to order those tacos, and I forgot, man. So I do have some food here I can heat up, but God, I wanted those tacos. I'll tell you. Oh, Bubble Bat's picking up his barrel-aged Fireball this weekend. So excited. Don't send me any of it ever. I'll cry. But I'm actually curious to hear how it is. So this Heaven Hill Select Stock, 13 bourbon, 110 proof, 2 more years in chinkapin oak. You would expect a 13-year bourbon from Heaven Hill at 110, a little lower proof, to have like a lot of oak, big sweet notes. You know, like a really nice aged bourbon profile. It's not that this doesn't have it, but it adds a lot of cinnamon to the whiskey as compared to what I would expect from just a 13-year Heaven Hill product. Yeah, and what's funny is, yeah, this reminds me of the 2023, is it the Bombergers that it reminds me of? I think so, which had a lot of cinnamon notes to it. It almost kind of hinders the bourbon in a little bit of a strange way because it adds this spice, but it feels like it would take away some of the nice, rich, oaky sweet notes at the bottom end of things. But I don't know exactly what the base whiskey in this tasted like. Maybe it was not super sweet and oaky, and maybe that's just an expectation I'm putting on the whiskey. There's no way to know. But it's interesting. It's not like a Heaven Hill product I've ever had before. The palate's very good. It feels like it's fighting itself a little bit, but it is very good. The front of the palate is all big spicy cinnamon, little chili pepper, and then once it starts to roll back, then it starts to taste like a little bit like Heaven Hill 17 Light, which I've talked about also with Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch A123 was like a Heaven Hill Light, I called it. This kind of reminds me of A123, a little sweeter, a little richer, but then the front end is so cinnamon forward that you don't expect all that sweetness in the mid to back palate. So, interesting. Jay. Yeah, I got some small hands, dude. Andrew, if I had to pick one favorite in front of me right now. God. Okay, if you... This is tough. If I had to narrow this down, let's say I had to go to like a top 3. Even that would be tough. Let's go top 4, and then I could try to narrow it down from there. Top 4 is Clermont, Singapore Blantons, because it's just such a different profile. The Michter's Toasted 17 and the Bourbon Junkies Essence Rye Barrel 1. I would say I love this Michter's 2017. It's fourth place. While it is extremely sweet, concentrated in flavor, very good. It's very specific. It's a very specific flavor profile. So it's gonna go in fourth. I don't know if I can rate the other ones, man. God. My favorite. I promise you guys, I'm not just saying this. Because this is between my wife on the Blantons and the Junkies on the rye. I might go Junkies rye. I think that might be better than this Blanton's. And I think it might be better than the Clermont. It's like we're comparing apples to oranges. You're comparing a 7-year MGP rye that doesn't taste anything like that. Zero resemblance to a 17-year-old beam to an undisclosed aged 56% mash bill 2 Buffalo Trace product. They're all so different, and a double barrel strength rye from 2017 from Michter's. So they're all so different in their own ways, but the bourbon purist in me would say Clermont. The person looking for like just concentration of flavor. I can't stop belching. Big whiskey profile. Bourbon Junkies. And then this is sentimental. Man. But yeah, the rye, I'm telling you guys, when you have a barrel like this, which I think maybe I've had 2 or 3 barrels like this in my life where you taste it and go, I don't understand what this is. And I know it wasn't messed with. And I can't quite get it. It's just a really like singular experience. And I think this rye is up there, for me. So please, Casey, go make a hater comment. Please. I love it. Like I wouldn't lie about that. I have no issues saying, oh, it's very good, but I think Hardin's Creek is better. Like in this case, I think the uniqueness of what this is, not in a novel BS kind of way, in a sincere evaluation of the whiskey, whatever. I think it's really fantastic. I also think this is great, and I think this is maybe one of the better Knob Creek products or Jim Beam products that I've ever had would be the Clermont, up there with the 12-year cask strength, up there with Booker's Rye. Booker's Rye is probably at the top. Yeah. Travis, I don't do that, no. I just, I nurse the last 2 to 4 ounces of it, basically. But maybe I should pour it out and do something like that. That would be nice. This was a crazy live stream. I'm so glad Sarah was able to jump on. I'm so glad we had a great turnout, and it coincided 100% coincidentally. Like I just got a lot of these bottles in. All of this coincided for the giveaway, for Sarah being here, for the anniversary, for just participation in the channel kind of coming back. Like I'm really, really happy about that. So thank you. Amy, I never tried Booker's 30th. No, I've heard it's very, very good. Will, I think I would probably go for a 15-year pick. The Knob 18 is interesting, but I think I'd go a 15-year pick. Yeah. I don't reach for the Knob 18. When I first got it, I was reaching for it for quite a bit, but I always reach for a 15-year pick. I'll tell you guys, because you're here and we're almost 3 hours into the stream, I'll let you guys in on something that's going on that Sarah and I are going to start working on Saturday. So the tiny hands thing we've talked about for a long time. We have this whole idea, and we still haven't really worked it out for this thing, Tiny Drams, right? And this is the logo that I put together for it. And I still really want to do something with Tiny Drams. But before that, Tiny Drams for us in my mind, I'm a perfectionist. It takes a lot of like sitting and thinking about the concept of what it actually is. But we still want to collaborate on something and have it be quick and efficient and not very hard to put together. So I want to let you guys know that something that we're working on. So I went ahead. The idea also was to get out of this room. I'm back to filming reviews. I've got a bunch of them in the can. Jack 12 review is going to come out on Saturday. And Sunday I'm going to do some more filming. But I wanted to have a way of getting out of this room and still filming content. And when it comes to the cameras that I use, I have two really nice cameras. This might sound like first world problems, but this room is very small. And to get the cameras off their stands, which are set to a specific, all the settings on the cameras and everything, I hate setting and resetting because the room is so small. They're in a corner of the room and I can't get back there to reset them very easily. I don't like to move the cameras is what I'm saying. So I bought a gimbal for my iPhone, and I've got one of the newer 14 Pro Maxes. The camera's really good. And we wanted to film some content outside or just out and about anywhere. So I've got this whole lav mic set up now, these DJI mics. You maybe have seen these before on different YouTuber channels. And then we're not going to use the actual microphones on these because when you clip them onto you, they're just chunky and humongous. So you can actually plug a lav mic into this. A lavalier mic is what I'm talking about, where you see people on TV using those on their collars. So those are going to get here tomorrow. And we got to test run the audio and the video and everything like that. But here's the idea. Whiskey Where, and Where being spelled W-H-E-R-E. I think this is going to be a cool idea. And it's in the spirit, shamelessly I'll say it, of Dave Portnoy's One Bite Pizza reviews. I love watching them. Sarah and I watch them all the time together. And the idea is like Whiskey Where. I'll be in a random location. Could be sentimental, could be purely random. Could be somewhere we're traveling, wherever. You can just film it outside, inside, whatever. And Sarah's going to have a blind pour for me in a aged in ore travel bottle, just a little sample bottle. And I have to just smell, taste, give a quick review, quick rating of that whiskey. And at the end, that whiskey bottle will be in a bag that I have, and I'll pull it out and reveal it to myself. So the fun of it is going to be like being somewhere random. I could talk about maybe if, like, let's say it's somewhere sentimental. Oh, it's the house I grew up in. Oh, it's my out front of my high school. Or on the stage at the theater. Or it's somewhere random, a busy intersection. I climbed a tree, I'm in a tree. Whatever. Could be any of those places, sipping a random whiskey, giving a totally blind review, and when I'm outside, my nose and palate suck, so it could be kind of funny. If it's inside, that's better. I'm going to be more accurate, but it's completely random. The whole thing, and Sarah's going to be filming, and I'll be able to talk to her back and forth, and I just think it's going to be kind of a fun thing to do together. So there we go. That's the idea, and it's called Whiskey Where. And in my head, I'll put a little logo together of like a cartoon map, and it'll be like dotted lines, like a treasure map. And instead of X marks the spot, it'll be a little dram glass, like the same dram glass on this logo. In the top right corner of this, you can see them clinking the girl and the boy and the girl, pink and blue, tiny drams. It'll be that little. That's like the dram marks the spot. So that's the idea. And so we're gonna go on a hike tomorrow for our anniversary. The last bit of hardware is gonna arrive tomorrow, and if it's not here in time, that's fine. We're gonna go out Saturday to a park near us and just film a test video and see how it goes. Whiskey Where? Yeah. So that's it. And the other idea is that it could be kind of entertaining for non-whiskey drinkers as well. Thank you, Andrew. I give it a 9.6. There we go, man. But I don't want it to feel like a rip of the Dave Portnoy One Bite Pizza reviews, but I'm not going to shy away from the fact that watching them made me think, oh, this is a great idea for whiskey. But you can't go to a shop like you would go to a pizza shop and have somebody give you their bourbon. You'd have to go to distilleries for that, and it's not a practical thing to do all the time. It could happen that you go to a distillery and they give you a blind pour of something and they reveal it to you at the end and you talk about it. But I think the most fun part is that Sarah and I get to collaborate. We get to get out of this room, the filming's a little easier, and it's a blind review, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yes, Travis. There will be a little back and forth. Like, she's going to be mic'd up. She won't be in the camera shot, but you're going to be able to hear her if we talk back and forth. Yeah, Jacob, being outside changes the nose a lot, and it throws me. And I hope it doesn't, like, ruin the series. The series is not meant to be, like, my hard and fast take on certain whiskeys. It's meant to be lighthearted and not throwaway, but also understanding that if I am outside, that's a reality of it. But the nose does change outside. I have no idea. It's just, you know what? Have you guys ever, like, when we do dishes here, when I wash dishes in the sink, we have a window right above our sink. And this is more prevalent if you have the window open. But sometimes, if you guys have ever, I'm going to a lot of places, ADHD, sorry. If you've ever made eggs, and you have like the yolk of an egg that breaks on a plate from cooking over easy eggs. If you take that egg plate and you don't rinse it off, like let's say you put it in the sink, there's this smell, like a wet dog smell that comes from it. And sometimes that happens when you pull the plate out of the dishwasher if you haven't rinsed it well enough before you put it in the dishwasher. And I've looked up why this is, and apparently it's like some sort of bacteria on the plate from the eggs or from different things that happen that interact with it. And when I have the window open, it's even worse from it being outside, I guess. I don't know the science behind that. I think there's some sort of interaction with the glass when you're outside tasting whiskey. I really believe that. Yeah, I don't like whiskey. The only thing I can do outside, guys, is scotch. I don't know if you're scotch fans, but if I drink particularly peated scotch does better, which makes sense. But even very slightly, like if I take Oban 14 outside or Dalwhinnie, it does fine. I can smell and taste it perfectly. If I take something that has zero peat in it or zero even influence of smoke, then I do worse. And then bourbon, to me, is the absolute worst. I could take the best bourbon outside, and it hardly resembles itself. The palate is easier to figure out, but the nose is where it really suffers. Yeah, Clay fell asleep putting the kids down, came back, and you're still rolling. Now let me ask you all this question about the whiskey ware name. Let's see. Do you like the comma or no comma? Oh, it didn't. I tried to make it on two different lines, but it just smashed it all in one line. Do you like whiskey ware or whiskey ware with the comma? I think the comma might be a little too much, a little too bougie to throw the comma in. And the question mark might not even be necessary all the time. See, Jay, dude, Jay, you're Mr. Formal. You like the comma, huh? Jacob. There are some connotations to the two different iterations of the name. But yeah, I'm excited to do this with Sarah because the best part about it is that it seems to be pretty low maintenance. We'll find out once we do our test run. Yeah, Jason, the ... is another interesting thought. Ah, Jeb, okay. That's a good point. Mojo's drinking Benchmark Single Barrel. Interesting, dude. That's too much punctuation, Casey. No comma. Sarah said no comma. I think I'm gonna go no comma probably. So just looking around, and obviously tonight I'm using a different mic. We're using the overhead mic that I usually use on my review videos. I'd actually be curious from your perspective out there, if you'd like the sound tonight. It is probably a little different than you're used to. I don't know if you've noticed it or not. Let me know right now live, or if you watch the replay. The EQ and the balance is different. So I might be extra loud tonight or extra soft. I did my best to balance it, but I didn't have a lot of time. I had about 15 minutes to sound check this mic and try to make it work for live versus what I do when I record videos with it. It just is what it is, and I can change everything in post-production when I'm editing, but that's not the case tonight, so I have to try to make it as good as I can live sounding. The last bottle that I picked up, I didn't review it tonight. I don't think I'll get to it, but next week, Sarah started with this evening, the Old Forester Bottled in Bond 117 series, so I'll put that on next week's live stream. I'll have a blind flight from Sam that I mentioned earlier. Not sure if there's anything else new that I'm going to be getting between now and then. So it'll probably be like a blind flight type stream next week. Some stuff might pop up. I'm not sure. Yeah. We'll just kind of have to see. Clay going with the E's. Yeah, I got a little tired of the E thing with the whiskey. Like, I used to say that. I'm a whiskey reviewer with the E in parentheses, and then I just started to think it's a little gaudy to try to make that point, you know? I don't know. Amy, I've got a blind from Sam here, so I do want to do that one next week. I'm going to have Sarah look at the answer key and write out some black note cards for it next week, because I like to use the note cards. I just think it's better that way. But Amy, I would gladly take a blind. The other thing is, this coming Tuesday, I'm going to be able to do a bonus stream. I usually used to do Tuesday taste-alongs. I think this one will just be a bonus stream. So maybe I'll do like a Tuesday blind flight. Maybe I could do Sam's blind flight on Tuesday by itself. Because Amy, your samples probably wouldn't get here by Tuesday. And I could do Amy, your flight on Thursday night. Sam usually watches the replay anyway, so I don't think it's going to be problematic for her that I don't do it on a Thursday night. But I don't know, I'll have to think about it. But Amy, if you want to send a blind flight, of course, if I don't do it this coming week, I would do it the week after. So I would be more than happy to do it, because I need to get some more training in for the Champion Madness Champs, whatever they're calling that match. Saucy Shane, I love it. Jeb, I've never heard of High and Wicked, actually. Does anybody know anything about High and Wicked? What is that, Jeb? Like, does it have an age statement? What's the proof on it? Is it sourced? If so, does it have a state of distillation on the bottle? Mike just joined in, had some friends. Mike, sorry you're jumping in so late, man. I've been on for a little while. The energy is dissipating quickly. Had some friends over and sipping on the Barstown Origin and Knob 12. Great bottles. As well as my first bottle of Early Times. I mean, you're having a great night, it sounds like. Jacob says, didn't notice via cell phone, pretty dry, not much room sound. That's good. The background music that I've got helps, which I'm also curious about the balance. I had to turn the background music down tonight about 30% from where it normally is, actually, in my testing of this mic. But I do have Jacob, I'm running this through. It's a channel strip, but it's also an interface. So it has its own compression and gate built into it. When I use the SM7B close to my face, I have a lot of stuff going on in that. And you can there's also a bypass button on it. So if you record raw to the computer, I can just take all the processing off of the channel strip, which is great. I love these. They're UV1s from Behringer. But I have two of them. One is for the SM7B with all of its settings, and then the bypass button, and then the other one is for this MKE416. Is that what it is? MKE416, the Sennheiser. It's a super great mic for dialogue. And I have all of its settings on the other channel strip. And I usually bypass all the settings and I just go raw into Adobe Audition. But right now I'm running it through the channel strip and I have a slight gate on it, a really slight compression. But that mic doesn't do well with all that stuff live as much as the 7B you can just crank out, you know, all those settings. Audio's been a 9.3, says Andrew. Carter, what's up, Carter? High and Wicked Carter's my palette brother. He posts comments on videos, and his palette, like, we are in alignment with a lot of stuff. And he's also giving me some great feedback on the Bernheim barrel proof video, Carter, when you told me, you know, this was not a good idea to kind of preface what you think it's going to be in a live stream, or like your worries about it. I really took those comments to heart, you know. Not that I 100% agreed with what you said, but 80% did, and I totally saw your point. So I appreciate all the comments you leave, even if I don't get back to all of them. Or if I do get back to them, if they're not as insightful as what you said, it's only because I'm in a hurry, not because I don't respect what you said. So High and Wicked is an NDP. They do bourbon, rye, Canadian, Irish. Wow, everything. Thank you, Amy. Any off-the-cuff thoughts on the Four Roses? No, Clay, I don't think it's too old. I think a lot of times those Four Roses blends don't hit. You know, I think they feel a little closed off. And that Four Roses profile can always use more age. So having that 25-year whiskey in there, even if it's only like 5% of the blend or whatever they said it is, you know, I'm excited for it. I also am excited for it because they're only using 3 whiskey recipes of their 10 in the blend. There are 4 components, but 2 of them are the same recipe. I like that because I think if you start throwing too much into a blend, the blend gets confused. So I'd like to see a little more of a singular profile from that Four Roses limited blend, and so using 3 of the 10 I think is a good idea. The other thing was that I saw somebody on Instagram had a media sample kit of that. I think it was, who was it? I think it was Take. I think Jay West had like a box of the Four Roses, and it had a 100 ml sample flask. But then there were some sample bottles of the individual components, including the 25-year. So he's going to be able to taste the 25-year component in that blend. I like the idea of putting the components in the media sample kit. I think that's very cool for the people that receive that to be able to taste all those things. Paul, what's up, man? Yeah, you are a winner. Yeah, shoot me an email. Thank you, man. I really, really appreciate it. Jay, good to see you, man. Cheers, dude. Good night. Have a good night. Travis says, Junkies did a review, I think. High and Wicked cask strength. Is that what you're talking about, Travis? And then someone else said, 12 and 14 High and Wicked. Travis, since essence is the same mash bill, I know use is different. Do you think that if it was... Travis, are you talking about the bourbon? With the Four Roses, same mash bill, I imagine that's what you're saying. You know, I see the similarities in it, actually, Travis, and I don't know if the grains are the same. I no idea. Oh, geez. Yeah, there are the similarities in this to the Four Roses. And I'll say this, and I forgot to mention this in my review video. And sometimes that happens. Like, I shoot a review video, and I'm like, damn it, I had a note that I wanted to say, and I forgot to mention it. What I used to do is I used to have for a few videos, I only did this for a few, I used to have an iPad in front of me out of frame, and I could reference it between takes and stuff just to make sure I'm saying what I wanted to say, but it felt a little bit prescribed. Like, I like to go off the cuff and give my honest thoughts, and I try to go into it with a few things that I know I want to say, and even still, I forget to say a few of those every once in a while. So for this one, I forgot to mention that kind of dairy note in the Essence 1 bourbon. Like, I'm not saying it tastes like Four Roses, but there are similarities to it. Absolutely. To me, it's somewhere between Four Roses, a Four Roses single barrel strength, like a Wild Turkey rare breed because there's a lot of cinnamon in it. And I think that, in my mind, in a review video, sorry to go off topic a bit, it's important for me if there's a product that other people probably haven't tasted and might not taste. In this case, it's a single barrel of Sagamore distillate from the Junkies. Like, not a lot of people are going to taste this. It's important for me to try to relate it to something else that they may have tasted so they could have an idea of what I'm experiencing instead of just saying the notes. Like, if you just say the notes, eventually I get so sick of watching whiskey reviews or wine reviews or scotch reviews where all I get is just a smattering of like 13 to 18 tasting notes on the nose. And then the same ones with 2 or 3 added and a few subtracted on the palate. It's like I get overwhelmed by information that I'm not relating to in the moment as I watch the video, and I turn the video off. So in my mind, it's like, it's very important for me to try to relate it to something that the audience may have tasted. And you can't please everybody, but you can at least get closer with that idea, I guess. Oh, looks like Jason Art says did a review of the High and Wicked. Damn, Tosh, you got the 20-year? Yeah, I haven't had any of those 16 to 20-year releases that they've done in the gift shop. I've been very curious about that. Will, is this the one with the 10, if it's the one with the 10 different recipes, I think it's a pretty cool idea. I don't know, I haven't read enough about it to know what the ages are on those or the proofs. That would be the kicker for me. Like, I would want to taste something. There's a case to be made to water it all down to the same proof, or to make it all the same age, to have some consistent element of those different samples in the box. But I think it's a cool idea to taste them all. 10 is a lot, you know? Like, I think maybe they should sell it, and it could be more of a hassle than it's worth, to sell it 5 and 5, like high rye, low rye. Maybe that's the way to go, so you can at least taste all the yeast strains, but not need to get the other 5 if you know you want the low rye mash. So Travis, back to your question. Yeah, I mean, I think this distillate, this Sagamore distillate, has incredible potential for aging. Especially given the fact that it's so fruity. And yeah, I think when there's a bourbon like this that doesn't taste young, even though it's only 5 years, and it's super fruity, that means as it ages over time, there's more room, there's more places to go, in my opinion, than if it's already like kind of oaky or whatever. That, what am I trying to say? I think it's mainly centered on the fact that it's a mostly fruit bourbon, mostly candy, mostly fruit type bourbon. That gives it a longer aging potential in my mind. In the same way that in wine, and I might get this wrong, so Jeb, if you're here, correct me. I think tannin and acidity in wine allows for a longer aging window. That to me is that's the equivalent in here when I'm thinking about a heavily fruit and candy driven bourbon. Whereas if you go to a Knob Creek distillate, you get a lot of oak right off the bat, a lot of like caramelized notes right off the bat. And that's why once you get to Knob Creek and it's only 12 years old, it's almost over oaked at 12 years old, given all of the other factors going into it. Whereas like this, Sagamore, in my humble opinion, and this could be completely wrong, I think you could take this stuff up to 18 years and it would still be very fresh feeling on the palate, even with a lot of oak. And to me, Four Roses is the same way. You can take Four Roses, the highest age I've had is basically what's in some of those limited editions. It doesn't taste old in the traditional sense. There's a lot of aging potential there, which is why I really would love to taste like an 18 to 20 year version of that, or 25 as they have now in the new blend. So I think this, 7 to 9 years, give it to me. But I think this could go 12, 15, 18. Easy. Jesus, Jeb. Smelled a new riff that smoked turkey dogs. You sure you weren't grilling tonight? All right, last pour of the night. Last pour of the night. What are we doing? Let's do the 8-year chinkapin oak finished rye from Heaven Hill. Goodness. I'm just spilling tonight, y'all. All right. 8-year Heaven Hill Rye. 100. Oh, I cannot win tonight. 110 proof. 2 more years, chinkapin oak, so 10 years total. That smells very good. I feel like this oak, yeah, I feel like this kind of oak works very well with a rye. Because I said earlier it adds the cinnamon note, and when you think about adding cinnamon to a rye, that could possibly go over the top given the fact that rye is going to be traditionally more spicy. I think in this case it's just a lot of a good thing, not too much of a good thing. Yeah. Man, because it's still sweet. It's probably a barely legal rye from Heaven Hill. Mike, what do you think Bardstown at 10 would be? I think it depends on the mash bill. So I think the wheat is going to finally come into its age potential, aging potential at 10 years. Because I think right now at 6 years, the bottled and bond weeded bourbon does not work for me. It's I always say it's got this gasoline / petrol note, however you want to talk about that. Very lemon oil forward, nutty. Like it's sharp, it's young, even at 6 years. I always say weeded stuff needs more time than rye bourbon. So I think 10 years, the origin weeded finally starts to come into its own. I think it needs 12. The 36% rye bourbon, which was bottled, I believe, at 96 proof, the white label origin, at 10 years, I think that's going to be a heavy hitter. Like, kind of shake up the market type heavy hitter at 10 because there's so many similarities to MGP that the competition's pretty awesome at that age. And if you take that up to 12 to 15, I think it's going to be outstanding whiskey. Like, up there with some of the great stuff on the market today. But I think that weeded needs more time. So that's what I would say about those two different mash bills. And the rye is hard to get a sense of because they've put that rye into toasted cherry wood barrels or, whatever that rye's gone through. So it's hard to get a sense of how that would age. That's kind of to be determined, I guess. Jeb, Willet 8-year? I don't know. I mean, I've only had the Willet, the regular Willet distillate, I guess, is what it is. And some of the younger purple tops, the stuff they sourced out to barrel, and Hirsch, modern Hirsch. And that's just all cinnamon. And I think it's kind of an unpleasant distillate. I'm curious to try it at 12 years old because at 8 and 9, I still don't like it. I've heard that high core and high entry proof is the way to go with the purple tops. I've not tried one of those. I've tried sourced purple tops at 15, 12, 10. Very good. So I think the weeded for me from Willet, it might soften up some of the cinnamon notes that are likely coming from the rye and the regular distillate, but I have my own problems with young weeded whiskeys, and if that sticks to that trend, then I would say it's just going to need more time in the barrel, and at $250, you'd have to be crazy to pick one of those up. No offense to people that did. I understand Willet's very rare, and the bottle looks sexy. That black bottle with the purple top looks very cool. I get it. I think all Willet distillate, I would like to wait until it's 12 years old to kind of taste it. Andrew, yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell. For me, the baking spices thing, 100%. There's a lot of extra spice notes to it. From this to the bourbon I just tried, I can see chocolate, but to me, it's like a dusting of chocolate, you know? I hate to be that specific, but you're not smelling like Hershey's syrup or like very distinct milk chocolate or even distinct dark chocolate. It's very much in the background, that chocolate note. It's like a super supporting note. And then cherries, yes. But I would go back to what I said earlier with Sarah, and I think it's adding that kind of fiery burnt cherry note. It's not fresh, it's not vibrant. So all of it to me feels like kind of spicy, aggressive, and dark. That seems to be what the chinkapin oak is providing from what I've tried. And that's very limited experience, 3 or 4 different pours. Yeah, Joe. Very curious about the Heaven Hill. That rye is incredible. That might be better than the bourbon. The bourbon is 13 years old. This rye is 8. This is... I have goosebumps. I mean, that is that good. Holy crap. Ooh. Dude. That is incredible. I'm going to dive into these more next week. These chinkapin oak samples, the blind flight from Sam as well, the Old Forester 117 bottle de Bon, but just this little quick tasting tonight. My goodness. Mojo's drinking some Wild Turkey 12. Yeah, man. That is very good stuff. Jeb drinking some... Oh, dude. Yeah, you're not slumming it tonight, Jeb. Huh. I had the opportunity to, I think, to try this at Pours in the Park, and I just was... Just too much whiskey to try. Could age a bit longer. Yeah, I just think a lot of Heaven Hill generally is very good, but some of the highly aged stuff doesn't feel its age. It feels younger in a lot of cases. No bitter tannins, maybe even a little Swiss Miss on the finish. Dude, whatever's happening with this 8-year select stock rye, I am taken aback. Wow. Wow. It's not as shocking as like the Bourbon Junkies Virtue Rye, but flavor concentration wise, it's close, but it's more expected, those flavors. Mike, I've actually not had the Blue Top Early Times. I still have a bottle of Black Top in my basement, but I've not had the Blue Top to compare it, so unfortunately I can't speak to that. And there are so many differing opinions. I wouldn't want to try to speak for others on that, because I don't think it's a consensus opinion. All right, another almost 3.5 hour stream in the books. I'm gonna call it for the 65 people still left here. Incredible night. Thank you. I will be back next Thursday night. I'll also be here next Tuesday night. So 2 live streams next week. Next video is gonna drop on Saturday. I was gonna try to get it out tomorrow, but Sarah and I are spending the day together for our anniversary, which is Saturday, but tomorrow's our day to go hike. I was going to wake up and finish doing the thumbnail for the Jack 12, try to get a really nice picture of the bottle and get all the details. I'm going to take the day, spend it with Sarah. I'll get that out on Saturday. Recording more videos Sunday. I'm going to try to drop the next video on Monday, which is either going to be K-Luke. I did an Old Charter review, but I was hammered when I did it, and I even say in the video that I'm hammered at the time of recording it. That's a whole thing. So... I don't know exactly what's going to come out on Monday, but I'm going to try to get a video out Monday as well. Then Tuesday stream, Thursday stream. So that probably means a video Wednesday or Friday next week, like a recorded video. So I'm trying to just do like 2 a week, keep it easy right now as the channel's getting its feet back under it, so I can backlog some videos and stay ahead of things. But this is awesome. The Junkies video 3 days ago it's the best performing video ever on the channel in terms of 3 days in. There's like over 3,000 views, over 300 likes, good comments. I gained like 100 subscribers from the video. It's been amazing. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for the super chat, supporting the channel, getting in on the giveaway, and just being here. This has been great. So cheers, guys. And Jeb, no Taco Bell. I'm going to try to get some more healthy tacos tonight if I can get them delivered, some street tacos. All right, cheers, guys, and I will see you Tuesday, or, you know, check out the video that's going to drop on Saturday. Thank you. It's been great. Cheers, guys.